fuck around.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, and I am not the only D&D sex icon in the room tonight, because I have successfully cloned myself 5 times over, and now I can truly live out my narcissistic fantasies of only role-playing with myself and only having interactions with myself, which really has been the dream for a very long time now. So. Just so happens that it's on Halloween, but you know, this was just a good day for it. It felt like a good day for it. So let's go around the cast and crew and remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing. So let's start with Will Jones, our dungeon master for tonight. Will, how's it going?
It's going great. 16 years in the future is a great place to be. It's wonderful here. No climate-related problems at all. We figured all that out. It's just a wonderful time to be a D&D streamer and sex icon. You know, loving that life, living my best life 16 years later.
Wow.
Future Will.
That is very reassuring to hear. Thank you, Ultimate Will 1. Let's go to Will Jones 2 over there on the far right. Redhead Will Jones in what may be the darkest timeline. Will, how's it going?
It's going good, Will. This Will is embracing the lack of a soul, and is looking forward to diving deep into the sewers, past the gutter level where we normally reside, and snuggling with some rats. Because I'm a D&D sex icon, and nothing can escape me.
Goddamn, that is right. Amazing. Well, we have down below me, we have another alternate version of myself. How's it going, Will?
I'm the Will that couldn't manage to grow some facial hair today.
A resplendent offering.
Shaved Will.
I'm the shaved extra ginger Will, sex icon. Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's good to know that I can exist without the beard, you know, and that I was strong enough to pull that look off. So yeah, pretty proud of myself. Of course, we have a very beatific looking Will Jones down there. Will, how's it going?
Well, you know, Will Jones from 17 years in the future, where I decided to have a bit of a renaissance of the original look. I'm still here, still polishing my knob, you know, and maybe today I'll even play a little Van Thumble.
Well, that is the hottest thing I've ever seen. Amazing. And then we have Jesus Will down the bottom right. Some kind of Jesus / lab technician, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe some kind of doctor's outfit I'm wearing down there. Will, how's it going?
Hello. My name's Will Jones, and I'm a D&D sex icon. I'm not quite Jesus Will. It's maybe Jesus Will stop eating. I think is the relevant one for me. I will if back during the toast years he compulsively ate loaves of bread at one time instead of just one slice. Yeah. I don't miss having hair. I'm incredibly hot right now. I may turn into a furnace and melt and turn back to smaller Will.
Gareth,
That's maybe.
I think you will find you're the most hot because you are a D&D sex icon.
I am a D&D sex icon, and I can say that now. This is my new look.
You can confidently say that. Oh, wow.
Also, I'm the Will Jones that would propose to Sydney.
Oh.
Right, let's get on with the show then, guys. I've finally taken over. This is what I wanted.
That imposter. Let's get back to our show.
It's Halloween. The sponsors, fancygrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. Go check them out. WayneGames.co.uk. Get your minis and board games, war games over there. Tabletoploot.com. Give away a set of dice each game. Check him out. Here is a tweet for you guys. 20 retweets, viewer decision. You can donate to affect the game as well, as Isriva already has, giving all Wild Magic Surges to a random will. There are only a few ways to differentiate us. I like D&D Sex Prophet for Van down there. Yeah. I think that's it. Will Jones, Will fucking Jones' son. To Will in the future to remind us of what happened last time on the show and take us into tonight's episode of The Great Conspiracy.
Will, you're muted.
I certainly am. Here in the future, as I stream from space, there is still mute problems and audio issues, so some things never change. Our party last week reunited after a brief separation, and sort of had a bit of debate in the tavern, caught each other up on their shenanigans that they had gotten up to, and then accosted a man seeking to gain the sanctuary of the tavern and some relief from the forces that pursued him. Took this poor soul under the wing of Jerry's gang, and ostensibly the big Buddha himself, and absconded with the warp stone that this particular rogue mage was attempting to conceal from the party. I do believe that that rogue mage ended up back in one of Jerry's safe houses, as Jerry revealed to us that he secretly always been a cannibal and only rediscovered that love of the of flesh from his own kind. So, there you go. From there, the party made their way to the Eastgate neighborhood, where they were investigating some tremors that had occurred earlier that afternoon. And it was there that they linked up with some sewer jacks and rat catchers, members of the Public Commission for Health, Safety, and Education, and temporarily gained admittance into the guild, which got them access to the sewers. All of this while York had a tremendous experience as his brain swelled from magical energies, passing out, causing our medic to have to save his life, basically, and in the process sending York into an out-of-the experience, which he used to his advantage to explore the sewers ahead of his companions. Now, that being what it is, York discovered a hidden threat of Skaven lurking in the watery tunnels and headed back to the guild hall to go get some assistance. While the party pressed on, they found a small room with a false wall that took some forceful maneuvering by Van. They were able to reveal a ladder beyond this false wall, and it was at that moment, crowded in this tiny room with a small opening in the false wall in front of them, a clawed hand tossed a poisoned wind crystal into the room and shut the door. And that's where we're going to start this week, although I do believe we have some wild magic surges, so we might as well just get out of the way right now, you know.
Sure. Should we just roll a d6 to see which
what am I doing here?
Thank you for the raid, buddy. Welcome to the World Down stream. Finally, it's just a World Down. I think it's I think it is Jesus Stop Eating Will.
It sounds much worse when you say it.
Did you mention, Will, that Wild Magic Surges are on 2 for 1 this week? Is that still
They are indeed. Yes, it is Wild Magic Surge week, so they are 2 for 1 for Halloween, so things get a little bit extra crazy. So it's actually 8 for Gareth. The artist formerly known as Gareth. All right, I'll start with these. So Gareth, no Gareth, and I just have bad memories about someone Gareth. So York, as the poison wind is thrown into the room, the ground now at your feet sinks 1d10 yards into the ground.
Ground sinks.
Ground
Wonderful.
Scratch right. No, honestly, when Charlie turned on the camera in the pre-room call, like I thought it might have been me for a sec. Like just like my camera turned out somewhere else. A little part of me was kind of terrified. But... All right, York. The next potion imbibed by York makes you age 1 year per round.
Jeez.
Wow.
Okay, 2054 for Carter's hands appear to be crude wooden replicas.
Oh, that'd be really cool if something happens to York and he has to get behanded. He gets a new hand made by Van, and Van's like, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Gotcha.
Give you a hand anytime, York.
All right.
You also cannot create magical walls or barriers. So don't take any of those spells. Dawn tomorrow. At dawn tomorrow, all record and the memory of York is lost.
Oh.
You did
Goodbye,
die.
Magic Guild.
Yeah.
No more school for you.
Oh, okay. 642. Oh man, 2 more for myself. All within 50 yards are implicated in a huge royal scandal.
Good thing that York
Well,
left.
Everyone's gonna forget anyway.
York left a long time ago, right?
I was gonna say York is yes.
I'm about 49 and a half yards away, I'd say. That's how far I got.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, okay. You gain 1d100 hit points that then vanish 1 per round. Interesting.
Then the hit points vanish once per round. That's pretty good. That's a lot of wounds. I'm a tank now.
Oh shit, someone nearby to you inherits wealth equal to a small nation's treasury.
Why did you stay with us in the sewers?
Oh. Alright, and I'll quickly roll my 2 here while we let Jim try and figure out what the hell's going on. 9206 for Jerry. The nearest building can only be entered by walking backwards.
Oh, that's some vampire shit right there.
That is some vampire shit. Happy Halloween.
Oh shit, my principal weapon glows as though it is red hot. My brick glows! I got glowing brick. Glow in the dark.
Oh my god. So, alright. Here's what I'm thinking. All of this stuff will happen when York appears out of the astral plane. The etheric realms is where he sojourns now. I'm thinking that the royal scandal and the inheritance are related. Right, like that. Yeah. And I'll work those into the conspiracy as it unfolds, because I think that's those two are definitely linked. All memory of York. Well, that's gonna be. We'll see how that plays out. Hands, yeah. A lot of these we can some of these, like your hands can't cast. There are certain magic spells that you can't. Or the ground sinking, which is going to mess up the guild probably. Who knows where it'll
Wait, sorry. I can't cast spells.
No, they can't cast barriers or walls.
Oh, okay, that's fuck walls. I'm about killing people, yeah.
Yeah, but then you gain it if you want. So yeah, look, okay. Yeah. All right. I think we can work with this. You're about to return from the etheric realms, which is a place where most people they don't come back unscathed. So, I want to know, York, you actually did leave some time ago when you saw the Skaven were there, and that your friends mistook your warning for a "let's go check it out" noise. Yeah,
I dropped a big stone in the puddle to try and show them there was something around, and they went, "Oh, let's go fucking check that out."
And then they spent a while checking out the tunnel. They were shining lights. And then they checked out these 2 rooms. So it was some time. I do recall you'd already passed the sewer jacks and the like, who were still near the entrance checking that collapsed portion out. So you were headed straight to the Wizards Guild then?
Yeah, directly to Septimus. I'm guessing I can get in there.
Okay. Alright.
So I'm going to charge on through, like, as long as no one shows any sign of being able to see me.
You don't see. Yeah, you have. No one sees you. No one notices you're passing. Walls do not stop you. There's nothing stopping you from just heading straight there. In fact, I'd like for York to make me an intelligence roll just to not get lost. Right? If you're going straight through walls. If not, you don't have to do that.
I got a 4.
Nice.
So that's going to be like 3 or 4 levels.
Yeah. All right. So you have a pretty good idea. The Guild of Wizards and Alchemists does jut out above the skyline a bit. It's a very prominent building within the Freiburg. And you pretty much make your way straight there, passing through buildings and alleyways and the like, and you get within sight of it. What you just charge right in? What is your do?
Yeah, I literally, at the moment, I think that my friends have walked straight into the path of, like, was it 6 Skaven I saw in the water or something like that? There was a decent number.
4.
Yeah, and I've just seen how much damage 1 did, so I'm thinking that they're pretty fucked right now. So I'm tearing towards it as quick as I can.
All right. Then, like a Looney Tunes cartoon character, York smashes into the invisible wards that surround the Guild of Wizards and Alchemists that keep out ghosts and shit like that. York just splats right into them, splattering ectoplasm all over the etheric plane. You appear to be stopped in your endeavors. What's your next move?
Is there any kind of outdoor area where there's a collection of wizards or something like that? Is there anyone outside? Just by chance, Septimus isn't outside, is he? There's no one. Is there anyone I recognise specifically outside? You've only really been there a day or so. You recognize all of them as being guild members, but no one that you're like on a speaking basis with. Unless you've been speaking with someone other than Radu and Septimus. No, not. I kind of kept to myself, really, didn't I? Do I recognise a wizard that might be tailored in? Is purple wizards that? Do I see any purple wizards around? Any purple mages?
Yeah, this is a wizard school. There's people like goofing off in the back of the hayloft. There's people like out by the shed who are, not doing what they're supposed to be doing. People taking a nap. There's all kinds of things like that in and around. They're like apprentices for the most part, or lesser than. But if you're looking specifically for someone of the Amethyst Order, it might take some time.
Maybe I'll kind of get someone that looks like he at least might be semi-competent. And can I try and... Is there any way I can flash and appear for a second or communicate a message, maybe scratch something into the dirt?
Yeah, you can spend any of those, what did we say, resolve last time?
Yeah, I'll spend a resolve and I'll, try and scratch into the mud, get Septimus.
All right. So while York begins his haunting of the Guild of Wizards and Alchemists, I need the rest of our crew who had a door slammed on them and a poison thrown in their face to do 2 things for me. To make me a willpower save.
Poison?
Sorry, willpower check.
It was an orb.
It's an orb. It shatters. We're going to roll initiative to see if any of you. Well, we're going to do both of those things.
Willpower and an initiative.
Willpower check and then initiative. It is a very hard willpower check. That is a -30, unless you are an elf.
Fail.
I'm an elf.
Let me use a nat 20 on that.
I should be okay. I'm at 40.
Okay.
And then initiative. Initiative, not a degree of failure.
The D10 plus the first digit of your initiative score.
I'm a 12 initiative.
10.
All right. So, who all is up?
Nah, brah.
Van up.
I think Van's first, yeah.
Van is up, and so here we go. I'm curious who's conscious, as well as what your initiative score is. So let's work this out.
3.
And, what was that for Mel?
That would make my initiative a 3, and I rolled
A 3.
8.
Okay, so we got an 11 for Mel. Van had a 12, you said?
Yep.
Van's got a 12. And then Jerry.
10.
10. And for Molly.
I got 8.
An 8. All right. And the initiative then is going to be Van, Mel, myself, Jerry, and Molly. Van, you're up. You are conscious. Yes, this glass shatters on the ground as like rains shards of like pieces of it all on your armor and everything, and then a yellowish powder disperses in the air and quickly fills up and sort of like clings and swirls around the room. You are up, and you can see that the door ahead of you has been shut, and that there's the sound of a lot of scuffling or something coming from the other side of it. Who all has fallen unconscious? That's Jerry. That's Molly. I
always fall unconscious. This is my second time this season.
So the humans are unconscious.
The humans have gone unconscious. All right, that's the situation in Van's turn.
And in the room that we opened up, and there's a ladder going up. Is it open, or what does it go up to? Can I see from where I am, right there at the secret door?
Yeah, it looks like it goes up about 15 feet, and there is like the bottom of a trapdoor that you're looking at.
Okay. Well, in that case, Van is going to start grabbing. Can I grab Jerry and Molly and try to start dragging them into the secret door room?
There's not enough room in there for all three of you. It's like super tight.
Oh, okay.
There are two of you maybe, but it'd be difficult to get the three of you in.
Okay.
This is where we find out who he loves. Just saying.
This is the telltale game, like the choice to save one.
Shit. No,
Molly,
I mean, I'm trying to decide if I want to go for the door that they're shutting. Because I don't know, just to get out. So, actually, yeah, I'm going to run and try to, shoulder the door open that they just, shut.
Get your Warhammer in there and just...
Okay.
Yeah. I got my new Warhammer and just going to make a run for it and try to just, shoulder the door open.
Okay. In that case, give me a strength roll. It's going to be hard.
Even with a 15-foot head of steam? No?
Well, you've got two unconscious bodies right in front of you. They're just all clogged up the joint.
Oh, God.
This is a small rope.
Fuck. All right.
Mel might try and grab Molly first to toss her up there.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to coordinate a bit on your turns, that's fine. If Mel wants to drag Molly out of the way a bit to give you room, then you guys can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll wait for Mel to kind of drag Molly out of the way.
Okay.
Oh fuck! Who am I kidding? Can you grab Molly and I'll grab Gary. Gary.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start dragging Jerry and start making my way up the ladder to try to get out of here.
Okay. All right. Jerry, go.
Yeah.
Okay. So climbing in one hand, Jerry in the other, you get to You get to the top, and there is a trap door that's there.
Mm-hmm. And pushing on it, it does not open?
It doesn't seem locked. Like you're looking at the inside of your hatch. You can lift it up from the inside if you want.
Yeah, I'm just going to like lift it up and kind of look to see where it goes.
You see a dark interior, another very small room with a trap door in the middle. The room's, I bet, not even 6 feet to a side. Crude bricking around the walls suggests it's an add-on to a cellar of some kind. And there's a door in front of you. Like you come up out of the trap door through the door.
Right. Okay.
And
It's a nice small room.
Mel and Molly are right behind you then?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Okay. You don't hear anything coming below you from the ladder.
Do you want to try and put the door open?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to like open the door and just crack it open a little bit to see where we are before I go busting in here.
Okay.
Something tells me we're in the underneath the insane asylum.
I'm gonna share another map with you there.
TikTok.
I need all the maps.
You need collect them all. Actually, there's probably going to be a lot of maps today. It's going more for like slasher horror kind of vibe instead of like creepy horror vibe. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I missed the memo where we were gonna have a horrible time. The session. Well,
I mean, it was
James.
Halloween, right? Like I figured some kind
It's
of
in our
horrific,
shared consciousness.
right? I didn't say sure. Here we go. So you guys got that map. You are in this little room, and Van is kind of like opening up this door. And I'll get your tokens over there in a minute. And this is, you see sort of like a tiled storage room, someone's basement or a cellar of some kind. Van.
Okay. It's a basement.
I mean, we either go down to poison or we go into a basement and hope it doesn't suck. So,
Well, perhaps we can just make up something about being part of the. We still have that writ, right? That proves that we're part of the sewer guild or whatever. Didn't we fake something to get in here?
I don't remember.
Rooted temporarily into the. They needed people.
Molly had papers.
And
we have papers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's one of these unconscious nerds. I don't know which one.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there. And so I'm gonna just step into this room and see where we are.
See where you guys are. You guys find yourselves in a sort of not a too large storage room. There is clearly a tunnel heading off over here to your left, and then in the ceiling at this lower right-hand corner, there is another trapdoor and a ladder leading up to that.
So you said south is a trapdoor leading up and a tunnel to the right?
Yes, correct.
Well, onward and upward?
I'd like to shove one of these boxes in front of where we just left, in case we're being...
It's a fine idea.
Hear them coming into the room that you just left. You can hear them crashing open the door and...
oh, definitely. So I'm gonna drop Jerry gently. He won't know, and we'll just start filling that room with boxes. Just start filling the room with boxes, just to make it hard to even like lift the door.
Okay. All right. So the same both of you doing. How many rounds do you do that? How many rounds would you say filling boxes? There's plenty of boxes in here. And just kind of feel them. It's kind of easy to tell which ones are heavier, right? Correct.
I mean, just 2 rounds, 2 boxes each. That's 4 boxes in a small room.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that.
All right. You bought yourself some time, and you look over. Both Jerry and Molly are deeply unconscious, but alive, and you're just at the moment they're just gently asleep and
piled on top of each other.
Piled on top of each other. Before we get back to York, what are Mel and Van's last actions there?
Tunnel or up? I personally vote up because it's further away from them.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Okay. So yeah, we'll head to the ladder going up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys head to the ladder going up. You have written in the mud of the courtyard, "Go get Septimus," and it sparks off a bit of a panic amongst some of the apprentices and stable hands and servants around there as, unbeknownst to anything, this writing begins to appear in the mud. And many of them go rushing into the guild hall to do something. Some of them stand around and just gawk in wonder and amazement. And then some of them just assume it's a prank from people.
If they're literally sat there watching in amazement, I would can I use another point to write "you pricks" underneath it? Get Septimus, you pricks.
So that's at that point, it's a bunch of them just arguing about who could pull this off and whose prank it is. Is it Albrecht or is it Sutsana or no, yeah. This is just a bunch of people arguing back and forth. But it takes about 5 minutes or so, not that long, for Septimus to arrive, and he immediately just starts scolding them. I can't believe that you brought me down here for this prank, fools. And he starts just scolding them all.
I will write York.
Okay.
And I wanted to I'll do it when he's taking a glance at it.
Yeah. All right. He stops mid-berating and looks and turns and then just tells them all, go back to your duties. This is no concern of yours. And turns to the nearest amethyst acolyte who was out there and asks him to go grab him grab me my bowl and my scythe. He runs out there. York, if you can hear me, how are you? What happened?
I'm just gonna write Skaven hurry. Again, I'm guessing this is taking a lot of energy. It's not like I can just write a full fucking explanation of this. So Skaven and then hurry !
Yeah, the servants hurry back very quickly, and they bring out he's got an ornamental scythe, which is sort of his part of his arcane ritualistic instruments. And they lay out like a carpet. There's a bowl with fresh, clean water in it, all other sorts of magical instruments and the like. And as he sits down, he orders the rest of them away. And you can kind of see him here from your vantage point in sort of a transitory world. You can see him gathering about all sorts of magical energy in order to converse with York. And indeed, he peers about this spirit world, and you've gotten yourself in a spot of trouble then, York.
York's gonna draw a sad face.
Where is your body?
Do I know? Wolf's head.
You draw a wolf head.
Yes, at your tavern that you still frequent. Yes. Well, you should meet me there then. I will see to it that you are reunited with your form. And he gathers up his instruments and gets the other couple apprentices to help him, and they make their way to the wolf head. How about York?
I guess the final message will be bring men.
Okay.
And that'll kind of be hastily written as I run back to the wolf's head.
Okay.
We always had our suspicions, York.
All right. So we'll get back to York in just a second as you make your way along with the other three Amethyst mages to the wolf's head. So y'all can hear both Van and Mel pounding on the other side of the trapdoor that you stacked boxes in front of, and even you can hear like there's a key in a lock as they think it's sort of locked at first. There's pounding on it. They're just sort of barely pushing it up, just enough so you could see their sort of scaled paws. And what about Van was looking up into the room above the ladder? How about Mel?
I'd probably check on them, make sure they're definitely not dead. I don't have a lot of points in poison that I'd be able to.
Actually, going to give me a heal check for Mel.
Check. Okay.
Or even like a heal, or if you have like lore poison. I can't remember. I think you have that or disease.
I have trade poison. I have lore in chem plants and men.
You can use either that or heal, whichever you like, or both, or all of them.
All of them. Would I be able to differentiate smell if it's a plant, a chemical, or a medicine? I would assume it would be a chemical.
You are actually now, if you're just kind of like looking at them, the residue that's on your clothes, that's on your, that's all in their respiratory system. It's remarkably similar to a plant that grows around here, local. Okay. Elves use it for fighting off illness and disease. It boosters, it sort of bolsters their immune system. In non-elves, it just puts them to sleep and gives them, if they stay awake, they'll have mild hallucinations, which Van will start harming here in a minute because he's going to start. The effects of the poison will start going in.
Like my first time at Burning Man.
Yeah, because Van, you look up into this room up here. You see a table with something on top of it. There's a room just immediately to the south here, as well as a door to the north. And dominating this room is a gigantic, we're talking like draft horse-sized rodent creature that's just like shuffling and trundling about, sniffing and it's sort of like its back is to you at first, but then it's sort of like sniffing about the room, making its way back towards the trapdoor.
Oh no! He just kind of shuts the door back. There's a giant rat in that room. Perhaps we should try the tunnel.
I was gonna try and punch these people. Let me see if I can. Do you think I should keep moving, or do you think I should try to wake these assholes up?
Do you think you can? They're not far behind us. I think we should keep moving while we can.
All right.
Mel thinks that she can. She thinks that you think you can bring them out of this.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you what. And he climbs back down, pulls out his pistol, goes over to the trapdoor. He's like, "Do what you can. I'll give you some time." And he just like is gonna crack the door open. And when he sees the trapdoor open and them trying to like open it, he's just gonna shoot down into just to give them something else to think about for a minute.
Okay, he's putting his pistol point blank in their face and shooting down.
Yeah, I'm basically just gonna open that door, and as they're like, I assume they're just kind of reaching up and trying to feel around. Once that happens, he's just gonna like shoot down in there with his pistol.
Okay, well that's okay. Then we can go ahead and resolve that right now. Let's get a heal check from Mel, and then the pistol shot, which will be at very easy because you're putting it in their face.
Just successful.
All right. So that was for Jerry or Molly.
Or very easy.
Is Jerry still messed up pretty good, or?
Yes, he's still got it.
Let's go in.
Yeah, he didn't do any of the things you told him to do.
Yeah, let's go with Molly.
I ignore medical advice.
Just like every other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now that you've actually looked at him, you see he's quite messed up.
Yeah, let's go with Molly then.
Okay.
All right,
Molly.
Jordan, I need you.
All right, Molly. So you come out of it. Molly, you have at the moment, and Van, you do as well. You have plus 20 to coolness tests or cool tests to keep your cool. But you're also both fatigued as the poison takes its toll on your systems. That's from Molly and Van. What did we get for?
I got 2 degrees of success with my shot. So I mean, there are many effects that come with shooting a pistol now.
Yes.
So, well, I mean, it does like black powder and like damaging or penetrating impact. Anyway, so that would be basically like 11 damage, I guess, or I don't know. They have to do a test. Sorry.
They have to do a test, but it's like you shot him point blank in the face, right? Like you're just sticking your pistol right there. So okay, what am I testing? Tell me what I'm testing, Dungeon Master.
I don't know. Whatever you go against a ranged weapon.
Oh no, that's just it's like the old school way. It's not an opposed roll.
Sorry. In that case, 11 damage.
All right, 11 damage as Van goes over and shoots this creature. There's a loud shout of pain as this creature gets shot, presumably in the face. You can hear something fall down at the bottom of the ladder there. For a moment or two, they've stopped trying to get through the trapdoor. It was very loud, though. Molly, you're awake. Jerry, you're unconscious still.
I don't want to go back to work. Ooh.
Molly,
Rolls over.
Molly, I need you to pay attention. We're in the middle of the shit right now.
And she'll kind of like open like one eye, look around, and really regret opening the eye, and then open the other one, and get up and stretch. Oh. And look at Jerry. Again? And she's just kicking with her boot. Just like a gentle nudge, not like a full-on kick to the ribs.
Jesus Christ.
And then I imagine she hits like the bang of Van's gun and jumps, not expecting like random acts of violence right next to her right now.
A gun going off in that enclosed space and in that, just it's loud. Jerry, you can make me another willpower test to see if you can overcome it or get yourself up away from it.
I do not.
Okay, Jerry slipped through it. In that case, here we go. So Molly's up. Van is still over by the trapdoor, I guess. Mel, are you moving on to Jerry or what?
Yes. Because I have a knife, but
It's a very big knife.
Right. Yeah, it's a very big knife. So if they get close, she's fine. But right now they're under a door, so she's gonna go try to heal Jerry.
All right. Okay.
What? Failure. Jerry, fuck.
You're still at 56. Yeah, so it's you can keep trying if you want. There's a couple of things that you can do, but if you wanted him up, like you'd need more chemicals, more medicine. You need your full clip to really get him out of there.
Which way's it going then? Which way's out? And she'll like grab one of Jerry's arms, like his good arm, not the one that got stabbed last time, and like try and drag him up. Kind of put his arm over her shoulder so she can drag him whichever way we're going.
We're going to the tunnels. The other way is not good.
Yeah, there's a giant rat up there. We don't want to interfere with its goings on. Do y'all think y'all can handle Jerry?
Do you mean an actual rat or one of our rat friends?
No, it looked like a rat, but like the size of a horse.
I don't like that option either. Alright, Jerry, here we go. Like, about turns him. Like, Weekends at Bernie's gonna walk him down the tunnel.
And as we're getting ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and reload my pistol and then start moving out. But if y'all want, I can lead the way.
I'm gonna reach down to Jerry's hand where that dog end is. I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna shove it in my mouth because I need it to report more than you do, Jerry. I'm sorry, alright?
Well, back in the basement. We reshare the map.
Yeah. I'll let Van.
Yeah. So go down this tunnel, and it doesn't go very far at all. Maybe like another 20 feet or so before it clearly has two spaces on either side of the tunnel that are opened up. There's no door or anything. They're just sort of like arched entryways into two other rooms. There's a smell of like earth, and it's sort of musty, earthy smell. Not the musky, ratty smell that you've been smelling, but something different. How about, you guys all walking down this way?
Oi, Jerry, what's his brick doing glowing? Is that a rat thing too?
Maybe a rat pooped on it. I don't know. We don't know all the effects of these things.
Extreme.
You go walking all the way down?
Yeah, Van's gonna go down and kind of pop his head and kind of glance in each direction.
It looks like these two rooms are just full of garbage and trash. There doesn't appear to be really anything in here other than like broken furniture and old musty sacks of dry goods and things like that. Some of the flagstones and flooring of the cellar has been torn up and partially dug up. But it looks like whoever started it, they didn't get that far before they started. They abandoned it. That's kind of it. You might be able to hide down here or something, but it doesn't look like there's much else. Shoddy human crap.
Did you just say that we just walked into a dead end? Or
Yeah.
Van did. Yep.
Well, there's no way out. We can either go down to where we know there are things that are trying to kill us, or go up to a thing that maybe tried to kill us. How much food do we have?
I don't carry food. I carry alcohol. But that's not going to last long either, the way Mel's been chugging it. I vote we take the rat the size of the horse and not the rats the size of men. And why don't you take my gun that I got? It's meant to be good. And she'll take it out of Jerry's pocket or wherever he's got it stuffed. And what happened to that stick? We can just boop him. It's meant to be magic, right? That's how it works.
That's true. Well,
I mean, if Jerry told me anything, you hit someone on the head hard enough, they're not getting back up.
that is true, but we'd have to hit this thing pretty damn hard.
I'm pretty damn motivated.
Well,
I don't want to die down here. It stinks.
nor do I. And Van starts heading back to the ladder. This is where Van dies. And as he's heading back, I'm going to load my other pistol. And then I'm going to load the one that Jerry, did you load your pistol when we went down in the sewers?
It's Molly's pistol,
It's
so...
Molly's pistol. I think you loaded it for her when we were
Yeah.
I did.
You showed her how to do
then
that.
Then I didn't need to make that roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So
can I try to bring Jerry out of it in the middle of all this? One more
Who
time.
is carrying the staff, by the way? Or have we actually just left that somewhere down here?
Jerry's
That's a
got
very-
it. It's on train.
Jerry still
Oh,
got
we
the staff.
Jerry's still got it.
No, he said that he put it in his pack. Like
Yeah,
yeah, it's like
a
that.
distinct. It was a joke, but he did say that he stuffed it in his like belt or
Like
whatever.
Donatello.
Yeah, like Donatello. Yeah, totally. Can I be
I thought
Michelangelo?
the warpstone off the top of it.
No, we put a bag over it,
That's
so
right.
it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
no,
just put
it's
a-
covered by Molly's hat. It's covered by the beret.
I recall you guys just putting a bag over it. Yeah. All right.
I think it was a
Alright,
bad
on
bag as well. They failed on like
Come on,
their
alright.
construction.
Well, to the corruption point. Van,
Yeah.
you pop your head up out of the trapdoor.
So
And
just
you
kind of
see
like
a room with a bench and another room to the south and a door to the north and nothing else. York. Go back to York.
Okay.
You're you're a ghost spirit, disembodied soul. You can walk as fast as you like. You find it's actually a very different experience being over here. You think and you move in the direction, and the longer you're here, the more you start becoming accustomed to being here and start seeing like the reality of the dimension that you currently inhabit. And I'm going to need York, upon exiting all of this, to make me a willpower roll to avoid some mental corruption.
I got a 1.
Iron Will York just like I'm gonna walk through Eldritch Realms and not give a shit.
Just give a wave, Lulu. See you, mate.
Bye.
Bye there, fella. Nice seeing you.
So the Amethyst Mages, Septimus and the 2 apprentices, make it to the Wolf's Head and enter into the establishment. They have a short conversation with Gunther, monosyllabic conversation with him, point you to the back room, and they find your body in the back room of the Wolf Head. You're staring down at yourself. You look like hell, right? You're bandaged. Your ears, nose, eyes, all of it's been bandaged over. And you just look pale and unwell as you're sort of lying on old sacks or something like that.
Jesus fucking Christ. I just start yelling. I know they can't hear me. Get a fucking move on, Septimus. Like, do you not understand the word hurry, you prick?
He moves with painful deliberateness, laying out first your body, clearing a space around. They move all the furniture out of the way. They get ready to perform their ritual. One of the apprentices sweeps the floor clean of all dirt and grime. Another cleans it with a mop and water. They draw a circle on it, sort of in chalk and salt, and place York at the center of it, and the 3 of them equidistant on the outside of the circle, and begin to work their ritual to bring York back into his body. Now, this is we're basically going to work this as a. I'll let you make the decision for York if it's a willpower or a toughness test to reunite. Or in what condition and how quickly he reunites with his body.
I mean, I nailed willpower last time, so I think I should go for that again.
All right. In that case, I am going to say that they are basically casting a spell this entire time and working through the magic of the ritual. You're going to need to make an extended test for willpower, racking up a certain number of success levels in order to get back in to inhabit your body. And you can start making those whenever you like.
83, that's 4 levels of failure.
Okay. It's off to a rocky start.
Yeah. So is this me kind of being pulled back into the mortal realm? I guess on that 83, maybe I watch some of my fingers slowly start to fade away, like Back to the Future style. They just kind of fade off my hand.
Yeah.
Next one's going to be a 37, which is a standard success.
All right. So that'll rack up. I think just one. We got one success level so far. I'm curious. I kind of want to see what the success levels are, and then we can sort of narrate what the ritual's like.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
That's an 82.
All right. We're going for 6 success levels.
Oh Jesus, this is not good. Oh my god.
There we go.
You have
There we
your
go.
20s.
The bad shit's happening to me, and this is going to help explain it.
Yeah.
I'll be a little bit
Yeah.
crazy as well. I
This is
think
bad. This is
that
bad,
puts me on 5 success levels.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. I can't roll for shit. There we
No, it's
go.
all right.
That'll put me over. There's a lot of failures there, though.
So like that gives us a good idea for how this thing goes, right? So like they lay out there's what takes some time for York to come back, and you can see Septimus and the 2 apprentice Amethyst mages just straining to control the magic as it swirls around you. It begins as a deep purplish fog that gathers at your feet, and then you can feel it attempting to pull you physically into your body. And it's then that other things start to appear out of the ether to prevent that. And York has to battle with these demonic spirits in their natural habitat to get back to your body. And you can see them attempting to get into yours as well. They are clawing and scratching at it and eating away at your hands and your form. And you can see it physically is changing York in the middle of the circle there.
I imagine your walk is like he's scared, but it feels oddly and warmly familiar. Like something like this has happened before, and he can't quite picture when, but some of the things that he's seeing feel all too familiar. And obviously, yeah, it's incredibly painful. And he's retching, and like his whole body feels like it's being scratched and gnawed at. But yeah, there's a weird familiarity to it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and you resist this demonic attack for some time, and they are, like I said, tearing at your flesh and attempting to attack and drain your spirit. But Septimus and the wards that they put up prevent the worst of it. And even though it is a struggle and you are scarred from the encounter, you wake up with a snap as air rushes back into your lungs, and you feel your spirit animate your body once again.
And I imagine I kind of do the impossible thing that you always see in films where he just sits bolt upright. They're here. They're under the city.
Very well. We have.
He forgets himself and he goes to put his hand up to stop Septimus from talking. Do I see my hand? Do I see nothing there?
You see just like the skeletal fragments, just bits of it missing and not just completely gone, but like chewed away, partial fingers and the like.
Like, York will just stop for a second and take that in and realize the point that he needs to get there was a staff. It had an enormous piece of warpstone on it. They took it down there. Jesus Christ, they delivered it right into their hands. We need to get down there.
Yes. York, you're not in any shape to get down there, I'm afraid. And there's other wild magic surges that have gone off because there's a secondary tremor that shakes through the building, which causes the ground all within this basically the back room here that you're in to violently shake suddenly and then settle down a bit. shelves that they were stacking up out of the way collapse over. The whole back end of the wolf's head sinks in about a yard into the ground. And then I guess you also have the D100 hit points, though.
Like, yeah, maybe this is awakened something in me as well. Maybe something that there was there from the past that's empowered me. I can't leave them just like both my hands are just, I can't move the skeletons or anything. I just
it's painful.
Bandage them up. You won't know where you're going. Just let's go. No time to talk.
All right. Then
yeah, I imagine we loosely wrap something around my hands, but they're utterly useless now.
All right, that's where we'll leave York then, until we get further. Until we back as York is hastily bandaged hands and pulling your way through the rubble of the partially sunk room to make your way to your friends, who are at the moment, Van, empty room as you climb this ladder. Those of you down below, you don't hear anything. There's no scuffling up above on the ceiling, nothing like that.
But okay, so when I look up in here, it's empty now? Correct.
It's dark. There's no light, and not even, there's like little pinpricks and shafts of sunlight, but it's otherwise very dark in here. You don't see anything moving.
But I can basically, do I need to be a dwarf to know that we're finally like above ground?
Correct.
Right?
You're above ground.
Okay.
Yes.
And kind of glancing at the door, can I make out what kind of locking mechanism has it shut?
In this case, it just looks like a simple latch. It's an interior door.
Oh, it doesn't go exterior?
Yeah.
Okay, he kind of like looks down at Mel and Molly. All right. I'm probably about to do something very stupid, but I'm going to try to lead the beast away.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, and what are we gonna do?
Wait till the beast leaves. Either I'm dead and, it's been nice knowing you, or...
Maybe tonight we could stab it in my back.
Yeah, can you just distract it instead of, making it chase you?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I was going to go through this door. Does it look like that door is too wide or wide enough for that beast to fit through?
Oh, yeah, it could not go through that door. No, if there's an opening up ahead that it looks like it could have fit through. But there's no door there. Yeah.
So if I get through the door, it'll come after me, and you can stab it in the back. And I'll shoot it.
Or we could do like what happened earlier with that pebble coming down and distracted us for 2 seconds before we moved on. But we could try that. We could try throwing the pebble and making it run. Like when we play Fetch with Alan.
That's true, but it can't leave the room, as far as I know.
What if we really motivate it?
So I was gonna just shoot it.
I threw my sandwich at that bloody knob's carriage.
Yeah.
I got another bottle of wine. It's alcohol abuse, but if it saves our asses,
I mean, that would work on me and it would work on Jerry. I don't think it's going to work on a rat. Alright, man, you've got little legs, but can they run?
I've been known to run from time to time. When I'm trying to make last call, definitely.
That's true, I've seen that.
Hanging on the trapdoor again.
Yeah, we got to get going.
Alright.
Hey.
Okay, so... Oh, God.
I'm going to pass Mel the dog end. I'm going to take a drag, pass it to Mel.
Uh-huh.
Wait, hang on. Give me some of that. And he reaches down, and hands it back. Alright. And he, goes to the top of the ladder, checks, and I'm gonna try to be as sneaky as possible to get to the door and through it. But I'm gonna basically try to get to that door and out.
Into and out that door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows what the hell's in that other door in the other room? But
all right, here we go then. And then everyone else is just sort of waiting for Van. You're going as fast as you can? Are you trying to be stealthy? What's the deal?
I'm gonna try to be stealthy because if I can actually fuck up and be stealthy and get that door open, maybe they can get out before the rat even knows. But I doubt it.
Then go ahead and give me that stealth roll. And about this time, Jerry, you can give me another check. They're going to start getting easier, so instead of very hard, this is just hard. Instead of negative 30, it's negative 20.
Negative 20 is just a success.
All right, so Jerry starts to groggily come to during all this.
Yeah.
Oh, think fuck.
Yeah, that
and
was.
I'll reach for the dog end and I'll take it from Mel and I'll just shove it in Jerry's mouth. There you go, Jar. We got you.
Ah, close.
Ben?
My God.
Yeah, I failed that stealth check by 2 degrees.
Gotcha. All right. The floorboards in here are quite creaky, and you hit a couple of them on the way over. But there's a room here. You can see that there's a lot of just stuff piled away in here. It's very musky in the rat sense. It smells of old urine and stink and fur. It's got that ammonia, earthy smell that you've smelled on your father unrolled in other places. And there's just sort of like refuse and stuff piled up in here. Looks like the windows have been boarded over and kind of like stuff piled in front of them because there's no light or anything like that coming out of the room.
Okay. But, I mean, I make it to the room and the rat doesn't come after me?
Yeah, you're peeking your head in the door here, and you don't see any rat.
Shit. Okay. How big are the windows?
They're like mid-style windows. They're about a foot. They're like leaded glass, but they've got stuff all in front of them. You can't actually see the window. You can just sort of tell where they might be, given your knowledge of such things.
Right. Awesome.
So you guys don't hear anything coming from downstairs. There's no sound of a rat. You noisily hear Van walk across this room, and you can see like the floorboards above you creaking and dropping dust and everything on top of you. But that's it.
I don't see the rat. And so I'm gonna start moving through the room, kind of to the south. Then, very, very cautiously, like kind of move over here and peek around the corner.
Mm-hmm. How about Mel and Molly and Jerry? What are you guys doing down this?
Where the fuck are we?
We're escaping the rats, Jar. We're still in the sewers.
All right.
Somehow they poisoned us.
Oh, that was though.
Alright. I would say Mel would head down first because she's probably in the best shape out of the three of them.
I'm right behind you.
You what, Jar?
I'm right behind you. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
So that means we get 2, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
No, wait.
the donation is £5 plus 1 bar magic surge, so they double it's 2, so 1 for Van and 1 for Mel.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
All of these up here.
So I imagine Jerry's gonna go in the middle. And
Okay.
then
I'm looking on the wrong map right now. I'm on the townhouse one.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, we're on the townhouse map right now.
Oh, that's probably on the right one. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So we got
Yeah,
23.
2397. Sorry, I'm cutting out a little bit. I'm just going to restart my router in a second. My spellbook reeks as though drenched. I guess this is Van's, right? Yeah, Van's spellbook reeks as though it is drenched in perfume.
Oh.
wasn't there something weird about your spellbook last week? Your engineer's guide. Oh, I'm thinking
There was
holy
one.
to you.
Oh no!
It was like
I have to give burnt offerings anytime I use it. Like I have to go through a whole
Okay.
ritual. Well, yeah, because I mean it involves perfume. It's actually just it's a seasonal ale, has a perfumey, flowery flavor to it.
It's pumpkin spice.
You better not
It is,
have
tis the season.
been going through my cabinets again, Van. I'll kick your arse.
Hey, you said I could. Oh wait, maybe I was drunk when. Never mind. Maybe you didn't say that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's very close to one another, those two rooms. Let's see. Caster's spellbook is coveted by a fire elemental. Huh.
Okay.
Someone wants Mel's doctor's notes.
Yeah.
But really?
Interesting. All right.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna reset my round.
I like that one. All right. So, yeah. All right. These things happen to Melvin. Van, you see another room here, equally dark. There's sort of a cold fireplace ahead of you. Staircase leading up. Another door. This one is barred on this side by 2 bars at the top and the bottom, and then you can see that it has several heavy locks on it. And go ahead and make me a perception test as well.
Ah, yes.
Actually, there's a second door from here.
Perception.
Perception.
Yeah, fail.
Okay, and that's when Mel. That's when you come up the trapdoor. You're in this room. You can see it. Your guys are in what appears to be a townhouse of some kind, with all the windows boarded up. It reeks of rodent in here, and it is very quiet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna take another sniff of that handkerchief that I drenched, that I added some of the perfume that I had onto, and just like continue holding that up to my nose.
All right.
I'll take off front the sewers just while we're discussing it.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
So then, Ollie's coming up. Then get everybody up in the townhouse.
Wow.
Let's go back to York. York, you are racing along. You know the 4 of you managed to make your way out of this the collapsed back room. You're just basically urging them to get to the to get to where as fast as possible, because you came up through the ground, right?
Yeah, I'm taking them to, like, I'll retrace the route that I know, and I'll take them back to this circular pool where I dropped the stone in, because that was the last place I saw them. So I can't retrace them anywhere else other than that.
Okay, so you get back with the 4 of them to on the streets, right? And there's the collapsed building of the Royal Academy of Music. There's all the sewer jacks and the like, who were going down there anyway to check things out, as well as the watch that was on hand. And they're just kind of like, they stop you before you get anywhere near the sewer. You're like, what are you doing? You can't go down there.
Get the fuck out of my way, you prick. I need to get down there.
And he looks at Septimus and as kind of check your man kind of look. And Septimus is like, York, we can't just go down into the sewers. It's dangerous down there. What is it how did you get there? You were what is it that's down there, York?
The Skaven. I saw 4 of them. They were hiding from my friends. I couldn't warn them.
Well, fine.
Do you want them to get that staff?
No, I would prefer them not to get that staff. I would prefer that you not bring it in the sewer in the first place. You should have brought it immediately to me, York. He flags over a watchman and some others, and it's just.
I can't believe you just told him that we have the staff.
Like, I was gonna tell him anyway. Yeah, like this is like, being in this college is the main thing to me at the moment. Fuck you guys, I'm selling you out.
And so as he is, the watch comes over, and you've got sewer jacks there who are just like, no, you can't just come on. can't just go down there. But Septimus, if you're insistent, what do you tell him, York? There's a big crowd of people gathered.
I'll pull him to one side. Septimus, understand, I know I'm overreaching, but if this wasn't serious, I wouldn't bring you here. I stake everything I've got that this is important. My friends are down there, that staff is down there, and the Skaven are down there. What else do you want?
I want an end to this this obsession with this rat thing, York. Truly. Let's go look and put your mind at ease. And they gather up a big group of the Watchmen, like a squadron of them, and
if there are no Skaven down there, just kick me out. That's how much I believe. You know how much this means to me. If there's nothing, I stake myself on it.
I understand, York. And they, disperse through the sewers. And are you going to accompany them?
Yeah. I imagine rather than bandages, I've just got 2 bags on my stumps.
And what about the bandages over your eyes and face?
I imagine I've asked someone to pull them off. I imagine they're all kind of hanging off around me. I look like I'm trick-or-treating, on a budget with real blood.
The squadron of watchmen goes down into the sewers, but Septimus puts his hand on your on your chest. And York, I understand that this is important to you, but your hands, your face, you cannot have the experience that you had and not. You need healing, York. You need someone rest and recuperation. We cannot take you down into the sewers. You'll die. And he seemed very genuine and not gonna let you go down there.
I just don't mention my hands. If I pretend it doesn't happen and they're not there, I can get through this. How are you gonna know where to go?
These men, it's their job to understand the sewers. They know every inch of this place.
Are you going down there?
I'm going to make sure that you're all right, York.
And it's my job to assist you in your work.
York, right now it is your job to stay alive so that there is work to be had. You are no use to me with no hands and no eyes and a mind that is frayed. You must let this obsession go, York.
I feel oddly strong, Septimus. I came back and I feel 10 times stronger. I can't touch it. I can't open a fucking door for my life. God knows how I'm gonna go for a piss later, but I feel okay.
That often happens after an invigorating experience. But York, you need rest. And he does not look like he's about to say no.
Okay, how about you go down? I'll wait here for you.
If it will put your mind at ease. And then he gives the 2 apprentices a look, and pretty much lets everyone around here know this man is not supposed to enter the sewers. He needs rest and should not follow me. And he enters into the sewers after the watchman. You guys in the room, I've taken everybody's climbed up from the cellars into the house now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'd like everybody to make me a perception test real quick.
Nope.
Nope.
Molly.
I failed by less than a degree.
Hey. Mel
Nope.
got it though. Mel, you can hear that from below you, in the cellar. They've gotten quiet in their attempts to move the boxes off the trapdoor, but they are still trying. And you can hear footsteps in the floor above you, as you hear sort of brief nail scratches on wood and a shifting of weight.
There's still some shit going on up there, guys. We need a plan.
Otherwise, you guys are in 2 rooms, 3 doors, and staircases leading up.
It's the giant rat. I bet it went upstairs to have a piss.
It smells
better
like it's
plumbing.
been pissing everywhere.
That too. There's a door
What?
around here. Maybe we can open it and get out.
Yeah, there's got to be a door.
Okay.
Houses have doors. Molly's gonna go and look for a door.
No. I already saw it. It's right around the corner.
Well, then why
Which
are we
door's
still
the
here? Go out the door.
We're being inconspicuous. And Van goes around the corner, looking up the stairs, making sure nothing is coming down, and he's going to start unlocking the locks.
So, Van, you go into the room and you're looking up the stairs. You see not much of anything. You see other boarded up windows at the top of the stairs, but nothing on them in particular. And you get to the front door and you can unbar it, but there is no way to unlock it from the inside.
Okay, so
What's everybody else doing while Van is doing it just real quick?
Are there any
Jerry?
windows? Sorry.
There, you can see faint. Actually, from where you are, you don't really see any sunlight streaming in, other than little pinpricks here and there along the tops of the walls.
Are we at like a cellar level or at ground level?
Van assures you are at ground level. There should be light coming in through windows.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna just start looking for a window.
Okay.
Can I try to patch up Jerry a little bit so he's feeling a little bit better?
Sure.
I'm feeling fine.
Jerry,
Feeling
it took
good.
me forever for your ass to wake up. I feel like I need to at least let me put something on you, for fuck's sake.
Fine.
So, Molly, while Mel and Jerry are doing that, where are you going to look for windows? Are you going to this door to the north? That's I don't know. Maybe Van didn't even shut it. This one Van's looking at, and then there's this other one down here at the south.
I'm moving towards the bottom, towards where Van went, just because I know
Alright,
that
so-
way there's someone else there.
Yeah. Do you just peek in the door, or what do you do?
She'll like peek through, and if she can't see any danger, if she sees Van playing with the door, she's gonna look for a window.
Okay. So inside here, you see what looks to be sort of a larger room. There is like a cabinet or something of some kind, and you can see that's been pushed in front of a window because there's sunlight coming from over it. I'd like to know what Mel got to heal up Jerry.
Successful.
Okay. Let's see. I do believe that starts. That will make the rest of the healing process easier. All right. We can deal with that backstage through the chat. But Mel's patched Jerry up a bit.
I feel
Rebandaged.
bad.
Rebandaged the earlier bandage. And during all of this, I need Van to make me. Let's see. One.
And well, we had a couple of wild magic searches. We put the numbers in chat.
Yeah, let me look those up for you there.
So, Van, I need you to make me 2 difficult toughness tests as you are fiddling with the locks over here, and the shadows near the staircase sort of move a bit, and 3 spiraling pieces of metal fly across the room. 2 of them hit Van, one of them thunks into the wall right on the other side of him, and they are dripping with a vicious poison.
God damn it.
Oh shit!
That's not so good. Okay, so first wild magic for Charlie is 8696. All within 50 yards. Develop a acute fear of wood.
We are not gonna like York's hands.
Yeah, that one was yours, Prue.
That's Van.
Oh, no, it's Bruce. Oh, you're right. Yep.
So wait, but
that's-
everybody?
It's
All
everyone with VRs, yeah.
Well,
What's the
it's-
building made out of, Jim?
There's a table.
Walls
Yeah.
and floors.
Just that clip of
We should burn it.
Yeah.
Should burn it all.
Oh my god. Charlie. Time to
Yes.
confess, because you have committed unspeakable acts involving the king's horse.
Wow.
All right. You know what happened? Is that carnival that first day? I might have helped with some spray painting that went on.
She gave the
Because, you
king's
know,
horse the
fuck.
trotch.
Fuck the bourgeoisie, and then we may have stuck some ginger up its ass to make it a bit more peppy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's unspeakable. You have also... You induced a ravenous hunger in others. Oh, that's not good for me, because I'm cannibal now.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then you
And I'm
attempt... The last one is that you attempt to mimic Lacaster's every move. I'm not sure who the caster is in this sense, but
Well, maybe if
Yeah.
I see York casting magic, I'm going to try to imitate him because I want to learn magic now. I've decided I want to do the cheese spell. It's very important to me,
Mhm.
especially with all these rats. So,
That's very true. All right. Well, so I think the one that's most immediately relevant is the irrational or sort of acute fear of wood, which would affect everyone. Everyone here. I don't know. Let's call it residue from the gas. Just a bad side effect from the poison gas.
okay, so I imagine Molly's looking at this bookcase or cabinet that you said is moved in front of the windows, and she's looking at like the knots in the wood, and she could swear they're making faces, like they're all moving, and it's what the fuck is wrong with this house?
This
Why they
fucking
blocked
door.
out the light? Why is the wood moving?
So, how many point tests did I need to make? Two?
Two toughness tests at hard difficulty. That's -20. Let's go ahead and get those out of the way.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my nat 20s.
Okay. You just don't even want to mess with it.
Don't care. I don't want to end up like Jerry was for a whole. We don't need to have a let's wake up Van adventure.
The wake up van. All right. So now I need everyone to roll me another initiative real quick. I got a 6 for mine. It's D10 plus first digit of your initiative mod there. As you guys sort of come out, Mel and Jerry are doing their doctor and patient thing. Molly just sort of opens this room. Van has been attacked. 12 for Van. There we go. Van, Molly, oof. And then how about Jerry?
let's try this again. 11.
All right, there we go. So it'll be Van, Jerry, Molly, myself, and then Mel, and let's see what happens. We'll do a round and then see what's going on with York. Van, it is your turn. You've just been hit by these two things. You use your 2 nat 20s to avoid to crit the 2 poisons that are against you. It's your go.
So I look up. Do I see a rat man on the stairs or something?
Yeah, you see him sort of like just around the stairs. He sort of like flung these 3 like throwing daggers, basically, or throwing blades, and you can still see him.
Are you son of a bitch? And I'm gonna pull up my pistol and freshly reloaded, and I'm gonna pop off one. How far away is he? Is there any bonus to hit?
I mean, he's like 10 feet away. No, it's dark. You can only see about the upper half of him. Really, you can just see like his arm, half of his chest, and his head. So it's just a standard roll.
Standard roll. In that case, I miss.
Okay.
Yep. Miss
all
by
right.
less than a success. Fuck.
All right. So you guys hear Van fire off a pistol shot.
There's another
Not sure
one.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Jerry, stop looking at me like I'm a treat.
Oh,
Jerry.
I'm hungry. I am hungry. Oh, man! I'll run off the van, see what he's doing.
You can he's like around the corner.
And you see Van like pointing a pistol up at the stairs, like just got done firing. By the way, because of the black powder aspect of it, you do need to make an average cool test or take a broken condition, even if it misses, because it's a big blast at them. I'm not sure what a broken condition is, but
it's one of the many conditions like poisoned or fatigued or something like that. But they have they don't have to make that test. They know what guns are like. So there was that. Jerry, come around. You can sort of see a rat man poking its head around the bottom of the banister of the stairs.
I'll lob my glowing brick at him.
All right.
You fucked. I actually hit him with a glowing brick.
Nice.
On a 31. What is brick damage again?
I think it's like we'll go with like 3. I think it's improvised weapon, like 3 damage plus success levels.
So no success levels. 3 plus my strength is 4, so 7.
7. All right. Yeah, Jerry throws this brick at them. There's only
plus it glows.
It's glowing brick arcs through the room, and hits the rat man, who squeaks out in pain as he's hit by a brick. And that makes it Molly's turn. As all this happening right behind Molly.
Molly is still staring at this, like the moving patterns in the wood, and she's like getting like a throwback response to this wood. She is convinced that the wood is now screaming in pain because we cut it down from the trees, and she's now scared that the wood is coming for revenge. So she's gonna like hop back from it, spin around, see the rat man at the top of the stairs, and like the squeak that the rat man made, Molly makes a very similar one. And she's gonna just look for a weapon, and all she has on her, I think now, is her shank, and she's just gonna.
All right. And charge this creature.
Yup.
All right.
Maybe like effing and blinding the whole way, demanding to know why everyone is trying to kill us today.
Molly charges in.
Would you like me to make that attack, or do you want me to wait until next round? Because I've got to go like up the stairs, right?
No, it's down at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, it's downstairs. Oh, that's way easier to get down.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The stairs go up, and it's at the bottom of those stairs.
37 is my target. Okay. Ooh, I think that's 1 degree of success, right?
Yeah.
It would be
it's
2
one
if it
reason-
was 17.
Yeah, that's 4 degrees, 4 negative for me, so that's 5 total plus your weapon damage.
Okay.
Goddamn.
So, for my wee shank, my damage is +4. So how many degrees of success did you say I had, sorry?
That was 5.
5, so it's 9.
Uh-huh.
9 shanking damage.
9 shanking damage. So Molly runs over and shakes this thing.
In location
Yeah, what location is
81, which is right leg.
No,
No, it's
so
not.
it's
It's left leg.
his legs are kind of hidden, but yeah, that's a critical. As Molly goes up and snaps this thing.
And
Get it,
she's
Molly.
kind of wielding it like down with the blade point now. She just lunges forward and just kind of slips a tiny bit, just gets him right in the leg, like high in the thigh. Wasn't what she was going for, but it would do. A critical roll?
Yes, give me a critical roll. Where's that?
12.
12.
I can't remember if we want high or low this season.
I think it's sweet. I think that would have been really good, but it's not so
Yeah, I
good
think
now.
we
I
now
think.
want 100. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yes. Normally we would be roll low, but now we're doing. I am not able to find the critical roll tables. Where is this? If anybody else has a name, do that. Anyway, really well.
Okay, we can go back to it. You can tell me what
We'll come
horrible
back
thing
to
I did to his leg.
Yeah, we can come back to it. And so Molly's attacked it. It is now its turn, as it is still up. You've slashed across it. You have anything else?
Because I charged, do I get additional to that? Or does that just make my attack easier?
It would have... you would have hit it, you would have done more damage to it, but it still would have resulted in a crit.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Retaliates against Molly, and that is another miss. Probably, I don't know. It doesn't look good. So I need Molly to roll me her melee skill.
Ooh, that's 5 levels of failure.
Yeah, I got 4 levels of failure, so that means 1 success level as it results in a messy knife fight at the bottom of the stairs as this creature that's been stabbed and had a brick thrown at it just sort of like lunges at Molly and tries to stab at her. So Molly, you're going to take that's location 68, and you're going to end up taking 5 points of damage.
That's my body.
Yeah.
I wish I had my stab vest.
And that makes it Mel's turn.
Oh god.
Well, yeah. I'll go ahead and make
For the enemy.
Enemy.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, really?
I got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 5, 3.
Oh my god, these secrets. 1, 2, 3. After each spell, their heads turns invisible for 1 d4 rounds.
All right.
And then
Okay.
1, 5, 6 was that?
1, 5, 3 was the other
1, 5, 3. All vegetation within 100 yards is invisible to the Skaven.
Okay.
Doesn't like gardening.
All right. So, there we go. We'll see what happens to Mr. Skaven. Mel, it is your turn, and yeah, there's a scuffle. There's a fight. You can hear it.
I'm gonna pull out my knife and move close to Van, because I'd probably be more concerned about Molly than anybody, but I'd have to be with him.
Ankle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. During all this, let's get back to York real quick, because Septimus is gone for just a little bit, right? Not too long. What does York do after Septimus leaves?
How many people are looking after me? Just 2 apprentices.
There's 2 apprentices who look like they're in good shape, as well as other just people from the commission and City Watch that are in and about. And the entrance to the sewers is shut, basically. Septimus shut it behind.
When we went by, was there a building collapsed that led into one of the tunnels we went into? Did I see?
It's what it looked like. There was a collapsed portion of the tunnel.
Would I be able to work out which building that might have been that collapsed into?
Yeah, you can. Either you can just wander around and find it, or if you'd like, you can make just like an intelligence check to see if you can find it quicker.
Yeah, I'll do an intelligence check to see if I can find it quicker. Nope, that's a 95. My mind's still pretty racked. Although I'm feeling oddly strong and okay, yeah, my mind is pretty fucked still. All the buildings, maybe they're twisting and kind of warping a little bit as I'm getting used to this plane again. But I'll try and look around and find this building. I'll just say, okay, I'm going to go lay down. I'm guessing you're going to stay here and just make sure I don't go down that tunnel. Yeah, that's your job here.
Yeah. As you're sort of wandering around, maybe thinking of where this collapsed tunnel is, a shot rings out through the streets. Somewhere in the neighborhood to the south of where the Academy of Music is, you hear a gunshot that echoes through the narrow alleys and streets.
Although I saw Molly's gun, so I will be drawn towards it, because I think if it's not them. It may well be the Skaven coming out, and I'm desperate to kind of prove this is happening and it's not in my own head, because I'm starting to doubt myself just a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you start wandering off. The two apprentices are just like, why doesn't he just stay sitting down? You know, and they're trying to like, just sit down. You don't want to. You look like shit, man.
I feel okay. It's an oddly cathartic experience. I mean, the hands are pretty shit. They don't really hurt at the moment. Should they be hurting?
It will later, I'm sure. And they're just trying to get you to stop as you're wandering around the neighborhood, I guess, trying to find where this gunshot came from.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take it back to Van here. Van, Molly's engaged in mortal combat with this creature. Your shot, you don't know if you hit it or not. You don't think you did, but it's your turn.
Oh, you son of a bitch. And he just walks up to it, pulling out one of his other loaded guns, and just puts it to the thing's head, right next to Molly, and just, like, pops the shot off. Like, he's over this.
All right. Go ahead and give me...
So you put the gun right next to Molly and found that badly. That's going to work out well.
Yeah, black pistol weapon, then underwire black pistol weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, but which one did I fire first?
As the gun goes off and something happens, but
it depends. I didn't specify. How do you want to resolve this, Jim Davis?
Which one?
I don't want to metagaming say. Well, if it has the dangerous quality, that's a really bad thing. If it doesn't, then it's not as bad.
I don't know. I think you've already shot one of them. So how many do you have loaded?
I technically have 3 pistols right now.
Jeez.
Well, Molly gave me hers, and so I already had 2, and then so yeah.
All right, I didn't roll for it. Just pick an even, an odd, and roll for it.
All right, so even, and it's the better gun. Okay, so it doesn't have the dangerous quality. Okay. So yeah, it really failed. So I don't have to roll a critical fumble, basically.
For unreliable?
No, for dangerous.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Right. So
okay, so it fails. You try, and it's like a flash. The gun doesn't go off; just the flash does. So that's what happens. Fuck. It's a big flash. It's right next to Molly's face. Molly, you can go ahead and go. We'll get Jerry when Will comes back.
Okay. The fuck, York! I elbow him, and I'm holding my side where I just got stabbed by the rat, and I just want to pull the shank back and just stab him again. And I want to use a nat 20 on that, please. I will let Will know when he gets back.
Okay, so if you roll a nat 20, then that's a critical hit.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 degrees of success for Molly.
Okay, and go ahead and roll me the critical hit and the location that it would hit, unless you want to choose it.
I'll roll. 78 becomes 87, which is his right leg again. So she just pulls it out and just shoves it back in.
78.
And yeah, 78. I have the table up if you want me to check.
I found it. It was on like the next page. Right. 78 is a nasty. That's gonna be bad. All right, here we go. It is your dagger stabs into its hip as you can feel it scrape across bone and slicing deep into it, and it sort of like twists in pain and partially falls down as it's basically pierced right through its there. That's your critical. Jerry will get a turn. It's going to go just to try to retaliate against Molly.
Molly, yell at it, just stop fucking attacking us and leave us alone!
JJ,
my God!
But you're yelling at it?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it seems like semi-sentient, right? The other one did. It was all dressed up.
Yeah, it seems like it. This one's dressed in clothes and has whatever, and seems it looks at you when you talk to it. It looks you in the eye. It takes a stab at you. I rolled a 12. What's Molly's opposed roll?
I just forget we got a roll opposed. 53, which would be I'm on 37, so that's 1 degree of failure, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so Molly takes 8 damage to location 21. Is Molly?
Okay. 8. Minus my toughness bonus, correct?
Correct.
And I don't have any armor because I didn't get my stab vest yet. So that gives me 5. Ooh, that brings me down to 0 wounds. No, it doesn't. 1 wound. I'm on 1 wound.
Mel, it's your turn.
I think at this point she's gonna try and grab Molly and drag her back.
Okay.
She's got the knife in her hand. I don't know if I could grab her and take a lunge as I pull her away or toss her behind me.
Like you can step into where she is. Like you can sort of as you pull her back, you step in and attack.
Yeah.
Like just fling me back with one hand. I'm really a waif. And then just
Yeah.
stab it with the other hand.
Switch places with her.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
fine.
think Molly would resist. She's hurting. She'd be just move back.
What do you need me to roll there?
We're rolling if your melee basic for a knife attack. And we are comparing our results. I got 3 degrees of success to parry. So
I don't know what the stats on the weapon are.
We got him. For the knife that you got, it's strength bonus +4. So you just need to roll the D100 underneath your melee basic skill.
Oh.
Ooh, 68. And what's your skill?
Yeah. 40.
40. All right. So it parries. It like in its sort of exhaustion, as it's been stabbed several times and is trying to fend itself off. It parries your attempt. It does not. That just ends the combat. All right, Jerry can go.
Because Van is also there, doesn't Cherry get a bonus to her attack? Would that help? It's +20, right? Because he's like right there too. Or no? In
this particular case, it's more like he's reaching over the banister to shoot this thing in the head, because it's otherwise, at this point in the staircase, really only one person can get to it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's right. Jared, you can go. They're still fighting this rat creature. They've been stabbing it and trying to shoot it and all kinds of things.
Okay, I'll club it. And see if that works. Fucking rat bastards. Do I have any bonuses?
No, in fact, if you're trying to like melee it, it's actually more difficult. You'd have to you're kind of like swinging over Mel's head.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want. It would just be difficult.
I missed.
Task. Okay.
It's closest, but I missed.
Oh, well, I don't know. I got like 5 negative success levels. So you still probably hit. You still hit.
Then I do, yes.
Yeah.
So I do, what's the club? We said 3?
Yeah.
3? Yeah, 3. So it's 7 again.
7 again.
Plus degrees of success. If he failed, how many?
I played by 5.
Then plus 4. So I think like 11, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and roll a crit for this guy.
And that is a D100 again?
D100 for the crit.
31.
31. We'll say pretty much the only place that you can hit it is its head or upper body. So you are just kind of like smashing it in the head, reaching over Mel, who is stabbing it. You seem to sort of have rattled it as your sort of like club comes down on it and it shakes and kind of staggers backwards. It is stunned for the time being. York.
Perfect.
you are racing through streets with your bandages. You heard one gunshot. Give me a perception test real quick.
Perception is not great. I don't think. No, that's 2 degrees of failure.
Okay. You think you hear another gunshot, but it's fainter. It's not nearly as loud, and it's really difficult to hear where it came from. You can pretty much, I don't know, how do you try to what manner are you using to try to find where they might be? You're running through residential neighborhood, lots of little close-packed medieval-style townhomes. They're sort of stacked one next to the other. Many of them have second stories that overhang the street that you're on, creating these sort of tunnels through the streets.
The only thing is I would look for anyone where there's people fleeing out, because if they were fighting in a house or underneath a house and there were people in there, potentially people would be leaving, or something that looks oddly derelict and disused. But apart from that, just trying to. It may well be if there's nothing that looks like that, I just start fucking kicking on doors around where I hear it, and it literally has to be kicking now until someone opens up and no, you're not here, and move on to the next one.
Gotcha. So while you were listening you did hear the sounds of people running and shouting coming from down that street. That's about the closest thing that you hear to any reaction to anything.
Can I yell at one of them? Where did that come from?
Down to 2 streets down. Somebody's shooting.
I'll give you 5 silver if you show me where it is, you piece of shit.
Stop. Maybe. It's Werner Stoll's old townhouse, the head priest of Sigmar. You can't miss it.
Is that the one with the fucking statue outside it on the fancy fucking thing?
Yeah. He's trying to run the other way, having a conversation with you.
I roughly, maybe I've walked past it. It's maybe got some Sigmarite thing that makes it's gaudy. I walked past and spit on it a few times. And I'll kind of head towards it.
Okay. You round a corner and you're sort of within sight of it. It's a couple of blocks away, but you can sort of see it. And it's a mostly freestanding townhome with 2.5-ish stories. But it looks abandoned, right? It doesn't look like anybody lives there at all. That's what you're running there as fast as you can.
Yeah. Am I allowed to cast a spell? Can I cast? Because it doesn't give me.
As long as you can speak, you can cast a spell.
Okay, that's fine. So if I've got time to get it, I'm going to have to cast Unlock Door. Because how do I open a door now?
All right. We'll get to that, Van. It is your turn as York considers how he casts the spell without hands. Van, here you go.
Okay, so this thing is still alive.
It is on its last legs. It is stunned. Has been stabbed twice. One of those stab wounds has put it practically on its knees, and it's half-heartedly trying to defend itself now.
And so I saw Mel go up and kind of push Molly out of the way. Van doesn't really like that. The medic can't be in melee with one of these things, because if they go down, then fuck. So right. Van is going to heroically try to interpose himself in the same manner and try to kind of push Mel back out of the way. All the while pulling his brand new hammer out that's never been blood splattered, and he wants to clop this thing right on the head.
All right.
Finish it off. Okay.
There you go. You have advantage to attack because of its stunned condition, you have +1 advantage to attack.
So that's 36. Or a roll of 46. That's a hit with 1 degree of success.
Yeah, I got 6 degrees of negative degree success.
Van's
so that's
head
7.
hits, like,
So that's
sirens,
7.
like combo.
Yeah, I just come in. I'm gonna flip it around to kind of the pick side of the hammer and just bring it down right on the back of its head, like 13th Warrior when they're sneaking up on the ritual. And so that's gonna be 7 plus the 7 damage. That's 14 damage.
Okay.
To
Go ahead and roll
to 64.
roll me a critical.
Roll low, bitch. God damn it.
Hey, you want to roll high?
Roll high.
Oh, that's
for
right.
this-
It's high now.
Yeah, that's
94.
good.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right,
Finish
Van.
him.
Yeah. All right, Van. What do you got? 94. This is
Fatality.
You bring your hammer down on this thing's neck and shoulders, and you can hear the crunch as its collarbone and upper ribs collapse under your warhammer. It collapses on the ground, bleeding out, and will be dead within moments.
So Van is really pissed off and very annoyed, and he's just going to like leave the hammer in the skaven and just use it and just start dragging it like, let's get the hell out of here. Now we have 2. They can't say 2 nobles had pets. And he's just like looking around and he's like, I need to be around stone. I don't like this. And he just does, he's trying not to step on the wooden floor. It's like trying to step on the rugs.
Who was the last?
You hear it
person-
screaming too, Van. You hear it.
Who was the last? Who was the last person out of the trap door that led into the townhome?
Me. I was behind Jerry.
Did anybody lock it or put anything on top of it?
Oh, fuck.
No.
It's Jerry's turn.
Okay.
Body across.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I will begin to follow Van, or Van's directions really, because Jerry's not really in this. So, other than having bottled another dude, so
Don't forget your brick.
yeah, thanks. I pick up my brick, and I start to move out. I guess.
Don't be losing your staff either. You know, sticks and stones, they break bones.
Yeah. I'm suffering from several concussions, and
Sounds
so I'm
good.
absentmindedly not. Yeah, that's out.
As Jerry's just kind of stumbles about. So where is Van headed? Where are you?
I'm just gonna go back to the front door, and I'm about to start trying to unlock or break these locks to try to just get I just want to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Like, freedom is right through that door, and I will break this door down with my hammer if needs be.
Okay. All right. So that's where Jerry's headed, or that's where Van's headed. Jerry's just kind of stumbling about and
He's following Van, I think. Yeah.
ambles over to where Van is. How about Molly?
I think Molly is gonna help drag that rat man with us. As almost like she's almost doing it as like a prize, like yes, we killed this thing.
Just like the fair.
And she's just trying to distract herself from all of the wood of the walls and all of the little faces she can see, and it's really like freaking her out. So she's probably yelling at Van. She's probably screaming up the stairs, up the stairs for any more rat men to stay the fuck up there and don't come down here. And yeah, so she's just like this chaos wind of Molly dragging rat man.
All right. And how about Mel?
She'd be trying to patch up Molly, even though she's dragging this huge ass rat. Molly, could you stop for a hot fucking second? Jesus Christ. Put that thing down, you're gonna get a disease.
So, as all of this is going on, you are really kind of like crowded around that door there. Molly's not making it any easier to patch her up.
That's her faith that Van is going to open this door any second now.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what happens. For a moment, there are no enemies seem to attack you. Van, whatever kind of roll you're trying to make, are you trying to like pick these locks? You're trying to like force your way open? What?
You said there are 2 bars and 3 locks.
Yeah, this place is buttoned up tight. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pop the 2 bars off, right? I assume I can do that, at least. And then and how many hinges are on the door? 2 or 3?
There's 3 hinges on the door.
3 hinges, 3 locks. Oh well. Okay. Well then, fuck it. Van pulls out his last pistol, and I'm just gonna shoot one of the locks. I am pissed off right now. Like Van he's normally like cool, calm, and collected, but like he's just looking around at all this wood, and I'm
no, not having it. All right, go ahead and roll me that.
Dwarves live underground for a reason.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that pistol shot.
So to hit or damage?
Just roll me it to hit, and then that'll help determine what the damage is. All right.
Well, I rolled really shittily unless I get a big bonus. I mean, it is an inanimate object, point blank, right?
Hit it. Yeah. I mean, in order to hit the it's easy, but it is made of metal. So you have smashed it up. Whether or not it is broken to the point that you could, easier to open the door, you're not sure, but you smash the shit out of this metal lock and you just shoot it. It's like all crumpled in, and York is running towards the abandoned townhouse. You can hear another pistol shot ring out.
God damn it, shit!
You're making a straight line there. York, it appears as though that there are 2 entrances to this place. The one that you're closest to does not appear to be the one that anyone is inside of.
There's not a door that says like push on it, is there?
Yeah, from where you're approaching, you can see 2 of them. One of them is like underneath an overhang of the house, and then another one is on the other side. And it's this one near the overhang of the house that you hear the noises coming from, that you can sort of like see the occasional shake of the door as you're running up to it.
Can I, while I'm running, when I kind of get into the known range, can I start casting a spell? Can I start reciting my open lock spell?
Sure.
I don't even know if it's locked, but basically what I'm going to do is be casting this spell, and the moment that it finishes, I'm going to barrel roll through the door. I'm going to charge it with a shoulder.
Okay. And then how about Jerry, Molly, and Mel? Van just shot the lock. He's seems like
Jerry will probably barrel into the door along with York.
Jerry and York at the same time.
Molly is probably just screaming about the banging headache that she has, and Van keeps firing guns next to her, and she's trying to swap Mel away because she's got a rat man that she's got to carry right now. So Molly's just making a lot of noise and a lot of flapping.
Right. Okay. And Mel is still attempting to patch up Molly, or what? I think you muted. 38 though.
That would be a success. Yeah, 45.
All right. So you've managed to get a little patched up, Molly. All right. Yeah. So you guys, at the moment, you guys are all crowded around the door, shut the lock off. We've got Jerry banging on it. York, as you were rushing up, casting your spell, let me know what that casting roll is. And you hear the 2 apprentices behind you just be like, we gotta go get Septimus. Like, this guy's weird. He's just like, and completely not, they just don't want to be around you anymore. It's an 83 for the casting roll.
Yeah, that's like 3 levels of failure.
All right. Yeah, you guys don't really hear much of anything.
I kind of forgot about the fatigue effect, so Molly is going to suddenly feel real tired as it hits her, because I totally forgot I had that, and I'm really sorry, Joe.
That's all right.
I'm still I've built up a speed now, Jim. I'm still hitting this door full speed. It's just if there's a lock, I'm gonna come to a fairly abrupt stop, I'm gonna imagine.
Yeah, you guys on the other side can sort of hear as something hits the outside of the door rather hard and slams into it.
Fuck is that?
Shit. found that big rat, probably. It
There's
probably
more
got
of them.
outside.
Kill him!
If you're
Outside.
a rat, go away! We're killing rats today!
Back off.
Fuck's sake.
My head hurts!
Can I hear that?
Can you hear what? Can you hear?
Can I
yeah,
hear
you
them
can-
shouting at me?
coming through the door, and that's also when the rest of the Skaven make their appearance. As they come around this door here, you can
God damn it.
sort of hear them as they scuttle into the room. Two of them right now, as they draw the long sabers. They've got small round shields and sort of long sabers, wearing light armor, and approaching you, the group of you, sort of rather warily. And then, so if if Van and Molly are sort of by the door, then that sort of banging on it and everything, then that means Mel and Jerry are.
Yeah.
All right.
I think actually Jerry's closest to the door right now, right? Because he's trying to help Van get through it.
Yeah, he was trying to get through the
So
door,
it's
I think. Yeah.
probably Al at the back, then Molly in the body, then Jerry and Van.
Molly
Yeah.
in the body.
Molly in
Yeah.
the body.
They move on to attack.
Roll.
We'll just keep the same initiative order after this. So the first one's for Mel. That's actually I got 2 negative success levels on that one for Mel.
Shit. B.
And then I got, that is 3 negative success levels for Jerry. So I need 2 opposed rolls, 1 from Mel, 1 from Jerry.
Okay.
As the rabbit move in, and York, you can hear the sounds of fighting coming from the other side of the door.
I have 3 levels of failure, rather.
All right.
Yes. Math. 2 levels.
That's better than me. This is Jerry, and then for it looks like it's going to miss Mel as well. So that's the end of my turn. Mel, it's technically your turn next.
She'd fight back at this point. She's got herself in between her and the rats and Molly. So,
Oh, that's a good one.
it is.
Oh. All right. So you got a 9, I got a 1, and it parries aside your your attack from Mel.
Okay.
Anything else from our elven medic?
She'd just make sure she's as much in between the rats and Molly as possible, because Molly's fucked up.
Okay. And how about all right, so that's for Mel, and then York, your turn next.
I'm going to attempt to cast one more time to open this door, because now I've heard my friends the other side, and I've
Yeah, you
suddenly
can
heard fighting. I'm kind of spurred on a little bit more. Oh my Jesus Christ.
You guys can hear casting a spell outside.
I imagine
God,
there's like incantations
They
like
are
you
magic.
oh, motherfucker, what the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. And he just starts swearing to himself again.
Sounds
we
like
have
York.
rat casters out there, and they swear as much as York.
Man, it is your turn.
All right, well, I got the hammer in hand, so I'm just gonna turn and be like, we need to get this fucking door open. And he turns around and tries to hit this one that's on him and Jerry.
Okay. All right.
So I get a bonus for me and Jerry both being in melee.
Correct. Oof. No dice. It brings its shield up and blocks your hammer strike.
I want to be good at combat, and I'm just not.
Jerry, it's your turn.
So relatable. Okay. Actually, I have hit things. I just get them with bad
Yeah.
things. All right. Fuck off, mate. I step into him and smack him with my club again.
Okay.
Together, Jerry,
and
we
that
can do it
is-
together.
I'm not so sure about that. That is 4 degrees of failure.
Oh yeah. He sort of like does the same and brings his saber up to block your attack or parry your attack. It's a close fight here next to the door of this Skaven house here. Mom, it's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna drop the rat dude that I'm carrying. I'm gonna sidestep around Mel, and I'm gonna grab my match from my pocket, and I'm gonna try and do my flame trick. And then this time, I'm gonna spend a nat 20 on this, because I really want to burn these guys, because they stink, and they're rats, and I'm done with this wooden house.
Yeah.
And that was consume alcohol, right?
Consume, yeah, let's go. It's a consume alcohol roll, but if you're gonna spend a nat 20 on it, then we're good. I'm gonna look
Roll for hit location.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a flamethrower does, but that's what I'm kind of imagining. She like takes that swig from her hit flask and just straight as far as she can.
Usually fire is like damage 4, so it would be damage 4 plus the success level, but it usually also ignores light armor.
Okay.
Not all they're wearing like.
So I'm on consume alcohol 38, so it'd be 3 degrees of success.
So it's 7 damage. You set this one and sort of like spray this flaming liquor all over it, and it starts shrieking and squealing in pain as you light its fur up.
I work in a pub on Saturday night. Leave me alone.
Right. Molly's lit one of these guys on fire. And then,
I'm just gonna take another swig just for good measure because I want one.
Just for good measure. It is actually frightened of the fire and does not pass its willpower test there. I'll let you know what happens in just a second. But this other one strikes out. This time, Van. Van, I got 1 degree of success to hit me.
Alrighty. Opposed weapon, huh?
Yep.
Do your job, dice. Yes! Ooh. I got 4 degrees of success.
Nice. Van the warrior, fucking taking on this Skaven who blocks attack. Both Mel and Molly can make an attack as this one that's on fire runs away. It's actually going to run through this door.
I didn't have a weapon in my hand, so I'd have to get one out.
Okay.
Unless you're going to let me spit fire again. But
no. Not quite.
Damn it. I kind of wanted to steal the stuff from Molly and do what she did because I have consumed alcohol too. I'll just, I'll take it.
Getting fire.
I'll take a stab instead. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. No good.
Yeah. That's a big miss. Yeah. All right. So this thing runs away. It's on fire. You can see it, or you can hear it in this next room, sort of squealing. There's now one left. That was my turn. Mel, it is now your turn. It'll be York.
So we just have the one Skaven real close that's by the 2 boys.
Yep.
And I'll turn around. I'm gonna turn around and take another stab. At this point, she's fucking done with everything.
So done. All right. So at this point, there's 3 of you guys, 3 of you fighting them in combat. That gives you a plus 20 to hit. Yeah. Ooh, God. I got like 5 negative success levels.
And I actually, I'm at 40, so I hit 23 there, so.
All right. Looks like, I don't know, 8 success levels plus your weapon damage.
Right. And they have written down dagger. I don't know what the knife Molly gave me does.
Same difference for those 2. The ones that you have, at least.
4.
4. All right. This thing is, Mel comes up and like stabs this thing hard, and it sort of staggers back. Now that it's got the 3 of you, it's surrounded back to the wall. York, it is your turn again.
Sorry, I was just eating toast. Not a good time.
Sure.
So I'm going to let's go for one more time. I'm probably going to end up turning myself into something horrific. Yeah. I cast unlock spell.
Nice. So
Unlock door. Sorry.
um,
And then can I once the door's unlocked, can I just boot it open, filling this room with more light?
Sure. So, you cast the spell, and you guys can hear the sort of mechanical clunking of the other locks as they open, and the door sort of floats on its hinges, and you kick it in, flooding the room with daylight.
And then I'll go I'll point with my stumps. There's fucking Skaven. Watch the fuck out. There's Skaven there.
You turn around and you're too.
Let it never be said that you didn't overstate the obvious, York.
Fucking kill it. Kill it.
Right,
Fucking dead.
What do you think we're fucking trying to do, you asshole?
What are you doing here anyway? You were passed out in the pub last we saw you.
Don't even fucking ask where I've been. I can't even explain what's happened to me. Just fucking help me. We need to kill these things, Dad, and I need the bodies. And I'll run down the stairs as far as I can, but I'm guessing that's the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's York. Van, it's your turn. York's come in. He's yelled this guy's piece.
Come on, York, give us a hand. Oh, sorry. And so I got 38, 50. Do we get bonuses since there's 3 people on this guy?
Oh yeah. I forget the
So I
exact
already
quantity. Yeah,
I have
plus
2
40.
success levels already.
Yeah,
So whatever the bonus is.
there's that. Plus, you've been building up advantage since last. You have at least 2 advantage built up.
2 advantage. So 4, 7 plus 7. So that's 14 damage.
14 damage. All right, go ahead and roll me a critical for this one.
To location 83, so that's a leg, I think. 22. As I just kind of see it as that block. I block and kind of do the whole swing his sword out of the way and just kind of bring it down on his knee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you crash into his knee. You can see you leave a nasty wound as a bit of bone pokes through and creates a bleeding wound from Van there. Jerry, this Skaven has taken 2 nasty hits from both Mel and Van, and is, surrounded. It's your turn.
I've got a club and I gotta fucking hit him. I am, oh man, he is so dead. I'm concussed, no drugs, angry Jerry right now. So, I mean, that's 3 degrees of success there. So it's normally 7, so that's 11.
Yeah.
On his own.
Jeez, and I got, there's 6 there. Negative levels
17.
there. 17.
Yeah.
All right, that's another big critical, and that's to location. Location's that 80 other legs, I think.
It's 55.
Oof. All right, Jerry hits it, and it's sort of your brick bat, your brick in a sock, hits it on its other leg, and it kind of goes down on its knees. And you can see that it's struggling to get back up, and it's really just surrounded and trying to fend off the 3 of you to little.
Maybe we should take it alive. Find out their plans.
That's a good thought at this point.
Sure.
Good idea. We got the boys' room in the back of the pub we could put him in. And Molly's going to be grabbing the Skaven off the floor to drag the body out.
Boys, yeah. I'm hungry.
All right.
You right, Jer?
Feeling good. I'm feeling great, actually, yeah.
Right.
So Molly has dropped the dead Skaven and is now going to pick up the live Skaven.
No, I'm picking up the dead one again.
Okay, you're picking up the dead one again. All right.
I'm not in condition to be holding low live rats. I'll look after the dead one, and they take care of the wiggling one.
Do you guys? So here's my question then. Do you guys say you should take it alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Van says that out loud. Like he finally comes to his senses out of his rage.
Room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. All right. Okay. So Molly's got the dead one. Van has just beat down this one. It is trying to defend itself, but is not taking any aggressive action towards you. Mel, you're the only one left in there in melee with it. It's your turn.
Can I try to use the back of the dagger to knock it unconscious?
I mean, if you don't want to kill it, you don't. Yeah, you don't. You can do something that would not kill it.
Yeah, I just want to knock it out so it's easier for us to get it across town, and then I could probably wake it up with something back at the pub, right?
That's alright. So can you do like one of those pressure point tricks where you just do like touch 3 places in its neck and just like
and just like knock him out.
I mean, yeah, I got I don't know, medical knowledge.
Into the left ear.
Gotta sleep.
Basically stun him is what it is. Instead of damage, I'll roll toughness to see if he's stunned. That's basically it. If that's what you want to do, right? So.
It's chloroform to carry around with her.
Yes.
It's the same number, 40.
Okay.
In the head.
There is no way Jerry does not have chloroform with him at some point. I imagine he self-imbibes
At any given time.
I imagine it's written on a big bottle. He's got a bottle that says chloroform that he carries around proudly sipping from.
No, you know what it says? It says liquid nap, and no one's corrected him about what it really is.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
Knocks your ass. Are sleeping pills in liquid form.
So yeah, he does not pass. The Skaven does not pass its toughness test as Mel kind of comes along. It's, you see an opening, and with this like heavy object in your hand, just kind of like punch it, and it sort of wavers for a second and then falls flat on its face in front of Jerry. As far as you know, you don't really hear much of anything else coming from the other room. But you're alone right now. York, it's your turn.
You got him. It's a good job I turned up when I did. They were gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Right, well done. Where are your fucking hands?
I've got bags of them. There's been a thing, but I'm feeling kind of okay. I feel worse than I did than when I started, but I feel okay.
Jerry, what's wrong with everyone today?
Hey,
just falling around.
Help me roll this thing up in a rug.
If you're in a sewer and a random thing drops in a puddle and there's a loud splash, why would you just fucking walk into it?
Go see what was splashing.
Wait, what?
Jesus fucking Christ, you're absolutely fucking useless, all of you. Is that
what? Why wouldn't you give us some kind of message? I mean,
listen.
How are we supposed to know if you didn't give us a message?
Some fucking random
you
rock
could scribble something in the mud or something.
I was in, I believe in another plane. I neglected to take a fucking pen with me. I apologize for the inconvenience.
That was fucking dumb, isn't it? I always take a pen with me anywhere I go. I keep it right next to my chloroform bottle.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here, please.
I can see 3 bodies, right?
Alan! He's out of there.
Jim, do I see 3?
What's
Where
that?
are we?
How many Skaven do I see? Oh yeah, I can't do this.
2.
Yeah, you see 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
The other one ran away.
Where are the other 2?
I don't know. One ran away on fire.
There were 4 of them.
Well,
why didn't you follow them? Then you could have tracked them and told us where they all were. That would have been real helpful, York.
What part of it?
Halfway through the door.
I was in another plane of existence. Do you not understand?
Well, it sounds like you've walked the walls and things like that.
All right. let's get all this shit together. I need a drink.
So-
Let's get back to the fucking pub.
This
That's
whole
a
time, Van basically pulled that Skaven onto the rug in front of him and started rolling him up in it. A, to keep it contained, and B, so we're not carrying a Skaven through the streets and cause a fucking riot.
Molly's
Yeah.
dragging dead rat out a door. She's gone.
Molly,
She's
no,
going.
Molly, wait. Let's wrap him up first. Come on. And he'll pull another rug over there to wrap up the other
That's a
one.
nice rug. Maybe I want that rug.
Well,
Really ties
the
you
ring
together.
you can clean it, and it's yours for later.
Oh, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's my job, isn't it? I clean up all of your mess, and she'll help.
So you're
roll
just
up the rug.
bickering and arguing as you're rolling up Skaven into rugs. One of them dead, one of them just knocked out or sort of KO'd briefly. I'd like to know, that's what Van and Molly are doing. I'd like to know what everybody else is doing, and how fast you guys are moving. Like, are you guys moving right along, or are you taking your time?
No, Van. I mean, Van knows that one ran off on fire, so he could be going to get others, right? So he's trying to move at a very quick pace.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
Mel
not
is-
looking at. Yeah, he's arguing while working. He does this very well.
Mel is on the same thing. She wants the fuck up out of here.
All right,
So yeah,
so,
after I roll those up, I'm gonna pick up all the pistols, give Molly hers back, and ready to go.
you guys are out of there in just a couple of rounds of stuff.
Yeah, we're used
Less
to
than
like working. We work better when we're yelling at each other. That's
yelling
our
at
thing.
right, it's like you're
Through power, yeah.
I also,
Right.
I imagined York's like 100 hit points or whatever they're now at the point where they're getting very close to his normal. So he's starting to feel a lot of pain from his hands, and he's not feeling himself. So a lot of his bravado is slowly starting to wear off.
there's that, and he also had those 5 fatigue levels from before.
I did have a nap, right? I did have a brief nap.
Your soul wasn't in it, you know.
Jumping is so easy on that.
Your heart was in it, but not no soul.
It's all starting to catch up with York as well. 2 Skavens wrapped up. 5 of you guys, many of you in pretty bad shape. Let's run down real quick the wild magic surges that have affected everyone, because everyone is induced to ravenous hunger.
Yeah.
When they look at Molly.
Within
Let's get back to the wolf's head and get some grub.
yeah,
Hey.
and it really smells strongly of perfume right now.
Why
And
do you,
chloroform.
Other one.
why do you smell so pretty, Van? What the fuck's going on? Who are you
So
trying to
it's-
impress?
It's my secret ingredient to all of my engineering.
That smells
So-
like in the sewers.
It does.
It's also how I wasn't throwing up
Yeah,
down
Blake.
there. I was just sniffing my book.
You smell like a cheap whore, Van.
Not cheap. That's expensive for you.
I don't know whether to be offended or not. I'm torn.
Wait, I've heard what you do with horses. Jesus Christ. I went in the
What do you think
bathroom
you
with a
know,
wolf's
Van?
head. There's a
What do you
full
think you know?
diagram. I didn't even know that was humanly possible.
What do you think you know, York? You don't know nothing. We discussed this yesterday, how little you know about anything. Oh wait, maybe that was earlier today. I'm losing track of time.
I mean, that diagram in the wolf's head, it was very explicit.
I was studying anatomy with Mel.
Oh, don't
What a
bring me
horse.
into your fucked up shite.
Now I'm
I'm a
interested.
I'm a doctor, not a vet. Thank you, Van.
I just don't see it.
I've heard
Works
of
for
a
me.
Middenheim donkey show before, but this takes a biscuit.
Oh Jesus Christ!
We're talking about dogging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
carrying these bundles of carpet.
Yeah, we're just dragging the flats.
Right, so where you guys are right now, there's no major roads. You're just like working your way through alleyways and side streets and things like that. And you come across like your first major road where there's crowds of carnival people gathered. It's late afternoon, the sun is just starting to set, and you know there's just a sea of people along this main thoroughfare. You can see the Freiburg neighborhood just across the street from these carnival goers.
Oh fuck.
Question before we press
Can somebody
forward. Would I recognize the house we were just at? Who it belonged to?
Yeah, if you're like a longtime resident of the city, then you'd know, like, this is the head priest of Sigmar's old house.
That's what I figure Mel might notice that.
Can't trust anyone.
Yeah, as you leave, yeah.
Okay.
And someone
Molly,
calls a distraction.
Yeah, Molly seeing the crowd is going to start singing the song she was singing the other night in the pub, like, the grand old graphical top. And it just keeps going on, and she's like bouncing the body, so it looks like it's just some parcels. We're just moving through the street. We're singing the song because you don't see us. Would you like a performance or something?
Mel could join in. She's got entertain as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think entertain's what we're looking for, but yes. Yeah, go ahead and give me that for Mel and really anybody who wants to join in.
I am very out of tune today.
They've accidentally joined a funeral procession and they're just singing jolly.
Meanwhile, Van is over here tearing the fucking roof down.
Yeah.
Somehow past that.
Drinking song.
Yeah, Molly's kind of forgotten the words. She's kind of tired, and she's having to carry rap. Just.
Yeah, people just sort of look. God, I just need to get some rest. But Van over here with the dwarven drinking song manages to liven things up a bit as people. Oh yeah, and they start drinking again and make way for you to part through the crowd there. What's that, Van?
He's going to take a couple of like coppers or whatever, whatever the smallest denomination, since we do have some change, and he's just going to like take like 5 of the pennies and like throw them out, like drinks are on me, and like try to get more of the people.
Molly, in her fatigue state, forgetting that we kind of don't want people following us, is going to go, yeah, party at the Wolf's Head.
Wolf's Head, that's our pub.
Yeah, we're going to go get some food, Jar.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Jerry is
What's
like
wrong,
mixing chloroform into his diet now to.
We were trying to go unnoticed.
That's a downer.
You make your way through this crowd without anyone spotting or sort of noticing that anything's off. Who is holding the live one?
Not me.
Let's say Van. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then passing through the main thoroughfare across it, you're back in side streets and alleys, and quickly find yourself to the Wolf's Head, where the back third of it has sort of collapsed in. It seems the roof is like sunken. The walls are sort of like bulged inward, pressed inward, and
What the fuck?
street of it's
York,
been
what
sort
the
of-
hell did you do?
It was like that when I got here.
If my shit's fucked up, then we're all in for it, because I need to fix all of your assholes up.
That's
I
fine.
got stabbed in the chest, Mel.
That reminds me of something I need to talk to you about later.
Oh, God. I didn't mean your little assholes. I was calling... never mind. Let's get the fuck inside.
Oh, yeah.
Bi-weekly checkup.
So you get inside, and
The implications.
right.
Poor Mel.
Inside, you see Gunther and some of the other regulars like surveying the damage and clearing away some of the debris. Most of the tap room is filled with regulars and people from Carnival who are, just going about their business. You guys come in through what, the back?
Oh yes, not in the front at all. No, we want to come in the back. Is it there?
It's tricky. The doors, but the moon door's busted. But you make it. You can make it in the back, but sort of like ducking down this beam and then passing through sort of this area. That's where you see Gunther and like cleaning up.
Dan, we left your dad unsupervised again.
Well, he was just taking a nap.
Why are you doing that?
He's
That's
very
how
tired.
about. Listen, man, I
I'm
don't
an
blame
absentee
no one. I
son
don't
like he
care.
was an absentee father.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Learned by watching you, Dad.
We're watching you.
And so, yeah, I'm gonna try to work my way down, and I'll yell out, like Van yells out for, Dad, you here still?
I'm here, son. Yeah. I just trapped in the back.
Can you go into the bar right quick?
No, I'm trapped under a beam.
Oh, fuck.
He's all safe then. It's good.
Okay.
As long as he's trapped under a beam, he'll be alright.
That means you can't freak out and run away. Good. All right, don't look over here. We're like trying to work these bundles in. Because I don't want him to see a rat man, because I think it might like make him go into a relapse or something. You know?
Him.
Yeah,
He's got fucking beam on him.
Well, whose fault is that, York? Whose fault?
Man's dad can't melt steel beams.
Oh,
right.
Jesus.
So yeah, we're gonna try to work in here, and then I'm gonna try to get my dad out from under the beam.
Okay. So you secure the two standing there. How do you keep the live one from? What do you do with it?
I'm going to gag it, and I'm gonna get some rope and tie it the fuck up, so it cannot, and put a bag over its head so it can't see. Yeah.
I'll also, while they're doing the work, because I'm no help now, I'll just sit on that. I'll sit on that carpet.
Okay. All right.
Molly is gonna grab a bottle of booze, and she's gonna sit and she's gonna correct Van's not tying skills. She's got a bit of knowledge in that area.
And
I'll make sure
Mel and Mel's gonna do another heal on Molly probably.
Oh, yeah, Jerry's going to be over there injecting his toe with something. Because he has had so many downers and he's got like a massive concussion and so many wounds on his body that he really needs something up, bring him up. So he's going to.
Where's Alan? He's got
Alan.
your drugs. We gave Alan his drugs, didn't we?
Oh, Alan!
Did you leave Alan down in the sewers? Because there's no way Jimmy
I think Alan never came with me.
Yeah, Alan.
I shouted for Alan like 10 times in character.
Yeah,
I don't think he's here.
That's true. I mean, how did Alan making up all those ladders? I bet he just followed out the other way. He didn't even mess with the ladders.
Wait, you just... How come you can talk about how his pet would have survived and got out, but mine you're like, no, he set on fire and died about a week
It's Alan,
ago.
bro.
Number
Yeah,
one.
he died of leprosy. Triple
Alan's a
leprosy he
fun
died of. Fucking unbelievable. Rigged.
Yeah.
Right, look. What's in all those pockets? They look rather podgy looking.
These are where my
Full and
hands
fat.
should be. And I hold up these. Now these bags are just kind of hanging limply over my stumps. With like, are these wounds bleeding?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's yes, yeah.
Oh my god.
This is bag full of blood. You know,
Oh Jesus Christ!
I never really thought about how much this hurt before. It's really fucking painful.
Come here, show me what the fuck is. Oh no!
No, certainly
I
you
like-
could do something.
As you pull a bag off to look at it, York just sees for a second like his hand there covered in blood as a flashback, and then it kind of snaps out, and it's just a stump. Oh shit! There was some bones there before, but that's really bad.
I won't lie, mate. Like looking at it as I'm injecting my toe.
Like,
It's fine for me, mate. Fuck.
I imagine Jerry wants to kind of like lean out and like lick it, like.
Ah.
No! Don't! Oh Jesus! Stick with their fucking drugs.
can you?
I mean,
Can you
I
sew
don't
them
know.
back?
You're the
Can you
most
sew them
sensible
back
thing I've heard
on?
all day.
Sew them back
kind of-
on.
I foot the bag over to you, like, just sew them back on for me.
Yeah, so back on.
Please.
Go on.
I barely have dabbled into.
I
She's a
thought
doctor,
you
not
were-
a seamstress.
Well, I'm getting better at surgery, but it's fucking hard to do. Somebody get him a lot of alcohol or
but I
drugs
can
because
do
this
it.
is not gonna go well. But I can try.
I say really, but I think I'm just gonna pass out, and like
Oh,
he just
wow.
lays
Got some
back
chloroform.
and falls on the Skaven like completely passed out.
All right.
Good. Now that he's covering the Skaven up, I'm gonna go let my dad out from under the bed.
Mel would actually be way more successful than she thinks.
Okay.
So, do with that.
I don't think. I think I was footing over a bag of offal. I'm not sure there really was much to sew back on. It was kind of York in a confused state. So,
yeah, there's not much to sew back on at all. You prevent him from dying, from bleeding out.
Yeah.
Sort of like, but York
He walked
has.
the whole way home with that.
I did have 100 hit points. That's kind of how I played it. That I was running on absolute whatever this magic was, and it's just weared off, and I've ran out of everything. I must have very little blood left.
It's particularly after the 7 bleeding conditions. York is not looking good. He needs to sit and eat a big steak or something. Just get some blood back in you. But Mel has saved his life and sort of stabilized him, sleeping soundly. Something you know that there is magic that's capable of reversing that kind of damage, but there's no medical. There's nothing you can do about it. His hands are partially eaten by demons. So as we,
you don't fix that.
That's also where you come back from.
As we close out here, we've got Van is sort of getting his father out from underneath the beam. Ferris seems to be fine. No major injuries, just sort of stuck behind some fallen beams.
We're gonna get him out of the room, just out of the room. Okay. And then I was actually just feeling bad for York. I'm gonna take that staff and just kind of lay it over his chest and put his hands poor York here. He's poor kid.
Put my hands on it. What? You pick up the 2 bags of remnants and leave them on me as well?
There we go.
There you go. All right. And how about Jerry then? Where do we leave Jerry this week?
He probably passes out next to York after he does his drugs because his body can't take it anymore.
Yeah. The 2 Jerry and York pass out over the bound and tied up Skaven. And how about Molly then?
I have a quick question for Cherry. How much did her healing do, or does it just stop me from bleeding out then and there?
You were that roll was not successful, so whatever you were involved in, just you went on and did.
Yeah,
I healed you.
Me successfully in the house, right? So is that just plus 1 wound? Or is it just stop me from bleeding?
I forget what it is exactly, but we can work it.
Right,
I'm pretty sure it's the success level of the heal check versus you'll get in wounds back.
So Molly's a tiny bit patched up, and I think seeing as things are mostly kind of handled, she's just gonna sit and she's gonna have a drink, and she's gonna just look around the room at the state of her pub, the state of her friends, and just this is not the carnival she was hoping for. This is not what she had on her agenda, but it does look a lot like last year, so clearly we're doing something right.
Yes, exactly. So Molly takes stock of her home, surveys her domain. How about Mel? And then we'll how about Mel?
She'd make sure Van's father was okay before diving into some alcohol herself, I think.
All right. So,
your pa okay?
I think he's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get blackout drunk.
as Mel pours drinks for Ferris and perhaps Van. I don't know, Van, are you drinking tonight? Yeah, Van's drinking.
After what we just went through, hell yes.
The sun sets over this day of carnival on Middenheim as the party drinks and is passed out and has 2 Skaven, 1 alive, 1 dead, in their partially collapsed back room. That's it for this week, folks.
I call it a win.
Next week.
Yeah. We won, right? We were victorious.
You made it out. Yeah.
We survived, we killed one, and we have a prisoner now. That's a win.
I'm curious, real quick,
Definitely.
just what everybody's wounds and other things are like. Like I'm what's everybody's wounds at?
I'm
Cheers, good.
perfectly fine.
I'm 1 plus whatever Cherry/Mel healed me in the house.
Yeah, I'm one plus Mel stuff as well. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Did those knives that hit me in the house do any damage? You didn't give me a damage total. You just had me roll poison.
Yeah, I'll give you damage total. They do like, I think at the time they did like 6 and 7 damage.
Okay, whatever wounds from that. I mean, I have 5 with toughness and armor, so
Gotcha.
probably I'm
All
I'm a couple wounds down.
So you're probably 3 down, I would imagine.
Okay.
I imagine
And
I'm
then-
just literally on 1. Like I went up to 100, but they drained every like round or something like that. So I imagine we've been very kind to me to keep me up for that long. But I think just on
and
1.
There's a lot of fatigue. That would be so. As I'm looking at my sheet, there's fatigue, poison. People have bleeding wounds and the like. So there's a good night's rest is just what the party needs. Yeah.
It's like a year. It's like a year in rehab.
How long does it take for hands to regrow again? I need that long.
Well,
Magic
when we wake up, we're supposed to forget York, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll happen tomorrow. All New York will be lost.
It's just a dream. It was all just a dream.
Who's this guy?
Who the fuck
York
is this
never
asshole?
here. Oh my god. Well,
But we know this
that's,
is right, so we're
Oh
let's
god,
wrap
this is gonna be perfect. Sorry.
when you say perfect. Sage Reed, thank you for the raid, my friends. Welcome in. We're actually just wrapping up tonight's stream, but thank you for coming in nonetheless. Hope you guys had a good game. Holy shit, let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? This is the only stream we have tonight. Star Trek is off because it's Halloween and people are doing Halloween-y things, and we're just doing them here. We're back then tomorrow at the time of 5 o'clock Eastern for The Order, which is our viewer game where you can come in and play with us. But thank you guys so much for the showing out tonight and for having fun with us in Warhammer. Let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Will Davis, how was that tonight?
It was great. I'm really surprised that it wasn't worse in some ways, but I thought it was great. Like I'm enjoying the system. It's very in depth in parts. The rules for like injuries and how to heal from them and the like. It seems like that Warhammer 4th edition PCs rack up conditions like nobody's business, and then dealing with those just sort of leads to a beautiful death spiral. Loving the game so far and how it's unfolding. You guys can find us on YouTube on WebDM, where we have new videos on Mondays now. We'll do a short Q&A to start your week off, and then the usual Wednesday video. We've also got our Twitch channel, although Wednesday Invisible Sun is on hold for the time during the next couple of weeks. We'll be getting ready for the second season. So, yeah, come check us out on WebDM. Always doing fun stuff.
Hell yeah. And Will Jones from Fire.
I've had a lot of fun tonight. I really enjoy this game every Wednesday. It's a highlight. Joy to be here. It's a joy to be a D&D sex icon for you all. I am back on Encounter Roleplay on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern for some roll-up, and we are rolling up some Vampire Masquerade 5th edition this Friday. So come and hang out. It's a 45-minute stream. We go through character creation. It's going to be a lot of fun. And after that is going to be my first session of Invisible Sun over on Grimjack's channel, over on Greg's channel. I'm very excited. Grant Ellis is DMing, diving into the actuality, and I've got more makeup and fun stuff for that. I have a wig for that. So yeah, come and check me out. Everything else I do is in my pin tweet on Twitter, so that's the best place to follow me to see what I'm up to and all of the crazy stuff that I love.
Fantastic stuff. And Will Jones, Bo Bomb. How was that?
It's fun to actually play a game where everybody protects their healer for once. So that's been entertaining that I have gone practically unscathed this entire time. And it was fun to finally let Mel stab some bitches. But I'll be on Cherry Bomb 7 is my Twitter down there below, Cherry Bomb. I will gonna try and be on GTA tonight wearing another costume. We'll see. If not, definitely tomorrow. I'm getting back to it after the TwitchCon, which was amazing.
Awesome. Fantastic stuff. And J. Jones Inc. How was that?
J. Jones Inc., attorneys at law. Absolutely amazing session. I totally thought we were absolutely fucked at the beginning, and it turned out to be kind of okay. That's hey, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Gonna be sad that I won't remember York when I wake up, but it's fine. Yeah, Van's gonna be fine with it. It's fine. We're all fine here. So anyway, yeah, the other half of WebDM, we got those videos. We got our games on Tuesday, Thursday night. And I can't wait to come back next week. And I can't wait to come back next week and play some Call of Cthulhu, maybe?
Ooh, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, can't wait. Great stuff. And last and most least, the Will Jones that we all pretend never existed. Will Jones star. I don't know. I don't really put any effort into it.
I love the fact I could dress up as you and you're still not even nice to me. You find a way to be mean. Again, I love the fact where it's like, everything worked out okay. My character lost its hands. He's lost his place in the school that he wanted to go to. You're all going to forget about him. He made a huge crater in the... Like, nothing is good for me right now. Everything has crumbled into dust.
It's the
but you're
end
fine.
of the Breakfast Club, and you raise up your hand and you've got no hand, and don't you forget about me. It's like a funeral dirge.
The thing is, just everything's more difficult without hands. So we'll see how it goes. I don't really have anything. I don't have anything to shout out. Check these guys out; they're amazing. They all do collective things. Well done for Will for being a good sport, and somehow Charlie makes a better Will than Will does. Who would have thought? So if
strange,
Will could just emigrate off now, and Charlie could take over, and no one notices any difference.
That is definitely something I've already considered. Yeah. That's what's going on there. I love it. Well, on this bombshell, my friends, we're going to end tonight's stream. Back tomorrow for the... Oh, that's right. You heard it. It was in a strange Eldritch language you couldn't understand the order. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Until next time, Toronto, too many net ones. We're going to be here laughing with... You do. Good night, everybody. Bye. Bye.